Chain, chain a fool. Chain, chain a fool. Chain a fool. Yo, what up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of yours truly, Uncle Luke Show podcast. We are here on all of my social media platforms every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's what we do. We had a double up. We did Thursday yesterday because we didn't do Wednesday. That is what we do right here on the Uncle Luke Show podcast. We are here every Thursday, Monday, Friday at 5 p.m. And every now and then we'll go on the weekends and have a little weekend get together. A little weekend get together. That's what we'll do. Every now and then. If it's some breaking news, we'll do that. So thank you for joining me on my Facebook page, fan page, Uncle Luke, the fan page. If you are not on there, make sure you go over there and like, share, and subscribe. My YouTube page, the home base for yours truly, Uncle Luke, the home base for me on YouTube. That's Uncle Luke TV. I want y'all to go over there right now. And I want you to go there and do what? Do the following. Go, let me put this mic down here. I like y'all to see the shirt. Go to my YouTube page, people. Uncle Luke TV. And I need y'all to follow me over there. YouTube is crazy. Because every time I do my show, I get flagged for my own music. It is my music that I am playing on here, YouTube. It is all my music. And then we also are on Instagram. You know, I figured out how to work the Instagram. We over there on Instagram. So Instagram don't come up on the live feed. I have to go over there, click over. It's just so much so I can't see your comments. If you want to comment or anything like that, go to my YouTube page and I can see you. Like I can see Glow. Also, you can go to my other page, my Facebook page, and I can see that. That's Facebook. YouTube, Facebook, and I can see your comments if you want to comment on the show. But thank you for joining me. I am so happy to be here. Happy Friday. I hope y'all had a great week. The week has been so fucking exciting. So many things been going on in this wide world of sports, politics, and entertainment. Hopefully I'll be joined later on by my good friend, Streeter. He got the link. If you want the link to come on the show, send me something. Tell me you want to be on here. What's up, Art Thomas? Happy that you're able to join us. But we got a lot of things to talk about. I mean, let me get my list out. I put my list on here. So every now and then y'all see me go down here and look at my list. How you like my drip? And that's what the young people say, your drip, hat, hair, hat, fit. And I got a brand new haircut. Yeah, you like the haircut? I know you like it. Hey, right now I need you all to like, share, and subscribe to the page because we get right into it. I want everybody to be here. And also, we always rerun the show after the show, and we'll rerun it throughout the day and all the way into the next day. So you cannot miss it. But if you have missed any episode and you want to go back and check out any episode of the Uncle Luke Show podcast, go to my YouTube page. You can see all the episodes, and you can see a lot more on there. That's Uncle Luke TV YouTube. Go over there and look, and you can learn, because that's very important. When you go look and learn, archives are very, very important to all of us. Thank you for right now. Before we start the show, like we always do, we want to say where you from. Put in the chat where you from, and I'll post it up on here because I need to let everybody know, everybody from around the world. And I want to tell you all, for the last month, we did over 6 million people. 6 million people viewing the Uncle Luke Show podcast. So this has been going on. So some of you new jacks who may be coming up in here because of the controversy, you want to listen to what I got to say about certain situations and topics. I want y'all to know this is what we do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. We are on here. And we do this. We had a conversation, the tough conversation about the issues that concern everybody and everybody and people. Here we go. Maryland in the building. I like to put Maryland first because Glow does not want to act like she's from Baltimore, but she is from Baltimore. Hey, it's TGI Friday. There we go right there. There you go right there, go. I see you. Yep. Detroit is always in the building. I love Detroit. Detroit basketball. It's two cities that have a long-winded saying. It's Detroit basketball. Then it's Duval. Two cities that have a long-lasting. There you go. Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay. Y'all don't get that. They do. North Carolina, I see y'all. Y'all in the building. I love y'all. North Carolina, New York City. See, we have a wide variety of people from all over the place. Denver, Colorado in the snow. I like Denver, Colorado. I didn't go there this year. I need to go on spring break with my son playing baseball. God, he's playing baseball. There it is. We in the Heights. We in the Heights, baby, today. Richmond Heights. I know half y'all don't even know where that's at. Oh, where we go. Yep, that's Denver. Oklahoma City in the building. Yeah. I like y'all. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the show right now. Hey, listen, man. You want me to talk about this issue right now? Canton, Ohio, home of the Hall of Fame. There it is. There it is, Buffalo, New York, Niagara Falls, home of the Falls. Yep. Little Havana, Montgomery, Alabama. I see y'all up in here. Georgia. I don't know what part of Georgia you're from. Orlando by way of New York. I love Orlando. I should go there this weekend and just, I go to Orlando and I go to the Ritz and I stay there, have a beautiful time. I don't know it. I mean, you got the pool, you overlook the back, you got the golf course back there. At night, they have fireworks. I don't know if they do fireworks every night. I used to stay at the Marriott Marquis, waterfalls, all kind of stuff like that. I always enjoy myself when I go to Orlando. I haven't been there this year, but I do have to go there for the AKA convention. But listen, let me say this. Let me get into it, people. Let me get right into it. All right. Where's this tape? So, here we go. Here we go. It is amazing how. Let me get into this Luke going to Trump party controversy that all of a sudden hit the wire today before I get into the rest of the show. And then I'm going to come back at the end of the show and talk more about it. But let me just start off by saying this, people. This Uncle Luke going to Donald Trump and seeing drugs and seeing people underage and all that and everything. This conversation that happened in 2016 or 2017 or wherever it may have been, for it to be brought up right now and make it as if I just had a current conversation with XM radio today or yesterday, and all of a sudden they got some smoking gun and Uncle Luke is a smoking gun. Let me just say this first of all. Shouts out to Carol City. Let me say this first of all, so everybody can hear me clearly, because I've had a conversation about this on numerous occasions. I went on Joy Reid's show and she asked me about the party at Donald Trump. You can go check the tapes on her. I went to CNN when Miss Baldwin was on there and they had the Republican National Convention down here at Carl Gables at the University of Miami. And they asked me about the party I went to. I mentioned I had these conversations on numerous occasions. So for these people to bring this up right now to make it seem like I just had a brand new conversation with XM Radio, fuck no. I ain't just had no goddamn conversation with no XM Radio. And then they got the dude in there. Look, hold on. And I'm going to tell you where it gets tricky. And we're going to dissect this tape. I'm going to tell you where it gets tricky. You'll hear the voice change in there when it starts talking about drugs. Number one, let me just say this. I voted for Kamala Harris. I supported Kamala Harris. Bullets. I'm a Democrat. That's number two. Number three, I don't lie on people at all. I don't lie, period. When I went to Donald Trump, when Donald Trump invited me, Mike Tyson, along with Eddie Murphy, we rode up there. Trump invited us. He's Donald Trump. Donald Trump was a Democrat at the time. I didn't even, to be honest with you, I didn't even know what his party affiliation was. I just knew that Donald Trump had nice, cool parties, and to be invited to a billionaire house in West Palm Beach, Mar-a-Lago, which was a cool thing. He hung out with all the other rapper executives and all the other black executives, did fights. He had a USFL football team and all that cool thing. Just like right now, I wouldn't go hang out with Elon Musk, but I would go hang out with Jeff Bezos if he called up. And matter of fact, I did the concert with Usher in Miami. And hey, Jeff, how you doing? All right. Donald Trump was the same guy. At that time, Donald Trump was a card-carrying Democrat, had given more money to Democratic candidates than law allowed. He gave money to the Clintons, Hillary, Bill. He actually gave money to Kamala Harris' campaign when she was running for Senate in California. So the man was also mentioned in maybe 1,500 rap records where every rapper from New York glorified him. You see what I'm saying? This was Trump. You hang out with Trump. Trump was a cool dude. Trump always had beautiful people hanging around him. So now you want to take, Trump had beautiful people. Oh, here we go, beautiful. Look, you can like Trump or not. I don't like this version of Donald Trump. I don't like this version of Donald Trump. The Donald Trump before was a cool dude. This version of Donald Trump, I'm not a fan of. I keep it a buck. So even though I'm not a fan of this Donald Trump, I would not lie about something or an event that I attended that he invited me to, which was his Mar-a-Lago house. Did I see anybody taking drugs? No, I did not see anybody taking drugs. Did I see underage girls running around? No, I did not see underage girls running around. It's no different than I went to a Puff Daddy party. Did I see any baby oil or any wild shit going on or any girls getting beat? No. You go to the event and you leave. And for me, if anybody know me, I go to events and I leave early before the shit even get popping. So it was, that man ain't did nothing but be a host, just like any other host. Okay? I don't like what the fuck he got going on in America right now today, but am I going to sit up here and lie about what the fuck was going on over there? When you listen to this bullshit that I'm getting ready to play, you're going to hear an old-ass 2016 interview. You're going to hear an old-ass 2016 interview. Part of it, I'm gonna stop it with a tape, with a changing of the voice. Because one thing about me, I'm the motherfucker that went to the Supreme Court and fought for free speech. I don't lie about nothing. If there was something going on and I talked about it before, then hell yeah. Did I see anybody taking some drugs in this man's house? No. Did I see any underage girls that I even looked at? No. No. Absolutely not. Simple as that. Do I have anything to gain? I can get on here and get a bunch of clicks. Yeah, I saw this and I saw that and all this and blah, blah. No, I ain't doing that. That ain't me. I'm sorry. I'm not going to fabricate the truth. The man got enough. He got his own issues right now with how he runs the country, and I disagree with how he's running the country. I totally disagree with a lot of things that he's doing. The person that this guy became, I don't know. But at the same time, I understand politics is politics. You find a niche in politics, which is mega Tea Party on steroids. This man looked at it and said, I have an opportunity going in and be able to become the president of the United States at this vulnerable time. The vulnerable time was the Tea Party. Tea Party started spitting on Democrats and doing all kind of wild shit, saying all kind of wild shit. Then he went and took this Tea Party on a whole nother level. He engaged a bunch of people who don't normally vote, who don't like politics, period. And he brought the worst of the worst back into the electric, who was not in the electric. The Klan, the KKK, the Aryan Nation, those people were not involved in politics because they didn't feel like the Republican Party or the Democratic Party represented them. He then ignited that group of people. That's what he did. And he keeps feeding them. The rhetoric, the bullshit, the hate. And so he found that niche, and that niche made him the president of the United States of America. Do every Republican believe in his views? 90% of the Republicans I know say, man, I don't agree with that shit, what he's doing. But I'm a Republican because I'm just a card-carrying Republican, no matter who. We just going to ride this shit out, which I don't agree with that because I'm the type of dude like this. I'm for the people. Majority of the things that I've gotten done in my community, whether it's renovating parks or whether it's renovating football programs or finding money for youth programs and helping out the seniors and the elderly and all that, I do it across party lines. I don't look for the person, you're a Democrat or you're a Republican. I'm going to go talk to the Republican. I'm going to talk to the motherfucker in charge. It's just that simple. If I decide on Sunday to run for office, and it's funny, it's real funny that this kind of shit is coming up right now, that I'm getting ready to announce whether or not I'm going to run for Congress on Sunday. It's widely known that Sunday is going to be the day that I announce whether or not I'm running for Congress. So all the while, here we go. Buckle your motherfucking seatbelts up. You're going to hear any and everything about Uncle Luther Campbell to try to tear me down. But a lot of people say, hey, you ain't really said nothing. You're right. But what happens is these people have a tendency of doing what? Trying to twist shit up. And listen to this shit. Now, you're going to hear the voice changing, and I'm going to stop this motherfucker. Let's see what they got going on.
90s Uncle Luke. He talks about going to a Mar-a-Lago party. He left right away. He thought he was going to get extorted because the girls all looked underage, or a lot of them looked so young, he said, that he had to get the hell out of there. This is just using his words, because he didn't want anything to do with what he was seeing there.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
And underage girls.
Yeah. There we go. I can stop it. Look at the title. Look at the fucking title. That's gaslighting. That's the clear definition of gaslighting. Nothing in the title, even when they try to twist it up, nothing in the title reflects what the fuck was being said anyway on here. Some of the interview, it's my voice, yes, but then it changes. And watch when it changes. Here we go. Here we go.
All looked underage, or a lot of them looked so young, he said, that he had to get the hell out of there. This is just using his words, because he didn't want anything to do with what he was seeing there. He said that there was sex and underage girls, and this is what he observed, and he wanted to get the hell out of there. Here's what he said.
If the man took us around the house, okay, he said, look, I got all these women. I got these women from the pageant. They're going to be there. So we went. It was like, hey, man, I got a pageant down here. I'm hosting these women at the house, okay, up in Palm Beach. They send some cars to pick us up. We get in the cars. We drive up there. Me, Mike, Eddie Murphy, we all in our own individual cars. Car service drove us up there. We got there. He showed us around the house, told us about this mansion and the history behind it and all that. Just the golf course. It was dark. We couldn't see the golf course and things like that. And then before you know it, hey, man, y'all enjoy yourself. We got cocktails and everything. And before you know it, the rooms and everything start popping. It wasn't no DJ. It was more of hey, get in where you fit in. Whatever room you're gonna go in, you go into that room.
See that? There we go. You can clearly hear the voice change. Get in the way you fit in and go into whatever room you want to go in. No. Number one, if you know me, I don't need Donald Trump and anybody to then take me to a party where I'm going to go into a fucking room. That never happened. Look, I don't like this man. God is going to have his day with what he, but it ain't going to be no Luther Campbell sitting up here lying. You ain't going to go dig up no fucking tape and fabricate no bullshit. That's just not me. I don't do that, unfortunately. If I was in there and the man was doing some wicked shit and some things was going on, I'll be the first one to be like, hell yeah, they had this. See, I can't even say that right here on here. What I would say, because what happens? These motherfuckers get the tape and twist it up. Let's keep on going.
So you say no DJ? There was no music? Or the music was piped in?
No, there wasn't no music.
No music.
That was the interesting part about it. It wasn't no music.
So women just naked in rooms with no music.
Hey, people walk around. It wasn't, listen, it wasn't nothing wrong with that. I was happy to be at that party, but then at the end of the day, when I started looking at some of these girls' faces, I was like, man, these girls don't look like they're old enough. I didn't ask nobody their age.
All that right there, that's when the tape get cut. That's when the tape gets cut. The tape got cut early on to then now getting into the incriminating part where I need to then make a case and use this motherfucker Luke to then make a case as if he saw some wild shit, but you still can't make it that I seen some wild shit. I ain't seen no wild shit at no damn Donald Trump party, at no Mar-a-Lago. Really? Me? I am Luther Campbell. I'm the motherfucker who made, hey, we want some pussy. I'm the motherfucker who made face down, ass up. That's the way we like. No. If you know anything about, hold on. If you know anything about Eddie Murphy is similar to me. We are fucking germophobics. We don't even like touching shit. Germophobic like a motherfucker. So as long as running around with naked women and shit like that. No. Anybody know Eddie Murphy, they'll tell you. Mike Tyson's always been this man friend. Always. So I'm saying this, people. I'm a card-carrying Democrat. Under no circumstances, I'm a Republican. Under no circumstances, I'm a fan to this version of Donald Trump. No fucking way in the world. So they can come out with all kind of tips. They couldn't even make this. They couldn't even make this accusation. Oh, Luther, you saw underage girls. Look, listen to this shit. Let's get back to the tape. It's a fucking amazing. Let's get back.
All the other stuff going on. You know, it was like, okay, I can't be up here. I got to go. If I'm going to jail, then somebody's going to extort me. I really, you know, I don't do drugs. Never did it in my life. You know, I smoked marijuana 2 times, you know, when I was in high school, and I didn't like the experience. As far as drugs, I may have sold drugs. I never liked it, the people.
I may have sold drugs. What the fuck do that got to do with this interview? So now, I went from going to a party to then now incriminate myself and say I smoked marijuana and I may have sold drugs. What the fuck that got to do? No. And how many years ago this interview was? 2017, 16, 14 or something like that. This interview was 2014, one of them. So that would be about 10 years ago. My ass is old as fuck right now. I sound like I'm more sharper right now than I am right then. I'm going to sit on an interview and tell a motherfucker I sold drugs. I smoke drugs. Did I smoke weed before? Yes, I have smoked weed before. Am I a weed smoker? No, I'm not a weed smoker. Did I smoke? Hey, you can read half of my books, and my books will tell you the stories of my life. I got a fucking book. Where the fucking book? It ain't even in here. Because I have 2 books out that tells you my entire life story. Did I go to jail when I was young? When I was a young dummy running around here at an early age? Yes, I did. I was a bad guy. I was a tough guy. I was more like Robin Hood. You beat up one of my friends, then y'all come over here and then we go beat them up who beat up some of my friends. Was I some notorious narco drug dealer? Fuck no. Do I have weed on my record? Yes. Yes. Was I selling weed? No. No. I'm riding down the street in my truck. We got our DJ shit in the, and this police officer, if anybody is familiar with Liberty City, yes, man, 9 fucking years ago, but they're trying to make it as if I'm doing a current interview with fucking XM. They don't tell you it's 9 years ago. They don't put that part on there. They make it seem like it's a brand new interview. Oh, Luther Campbell, the fucking whistleblower. He's coming clean. We're talking about this motherfucking Donald Trump. No. Y'all get Donald Trump some other kind of way. And it's all happening right now, ladies and gentlemen, because there is a potential run of Luther Campbell running for Senate. Not Senate, but Congress. You're going to hear all kind of shit. It's going to be more shit after this. You can't tie me into no wild shit. I probably had a heart attack if they said I went, if Epstein would have been there. They couldn't even doctor that up. You doctor the fucking tape up. Y'all go as far as doctoring up an interview tape and put a guy on there like as if, look at this shit. This guy sitting there. Look at this fucking dude.
Told him to when I was young.
Look at this dude. They got this dude here sitting there as if this is a brand new interview. You got the title and all this. Like this, like Luke just talked and just told it all. You can go on CNN and look at CNN interviews with me. You can go to Joy Reid. Joy Reid probably 2 weeks ago. Every time I talk to Joy Reid, she asks me about the Donald Trump party that I attended, that I was invited to by Donald Trump. Donald Trump was a great host. And let me tell you this. I'm going to keep it a buck. If you look at all them damn women Donald Trump, all them baby mamas he got, motherfucker got a bunch of baby mamas. Them ain't no ugly ass women. Now y'all got to keep it a buck. We all don't like this motherfucker. But the motherfucker had nothing but drop dead gorgeous women. And it's a lot of nice looking women that work in his cabinet. Donald Trump does have listen, man got a good, he ain't got no ugly eye. We can't say that. We might not like this motherfucker, but he does not have an ugly eye. Let's keep it a buck. All them ex-wives, they don't look bad at all. So now you trying to make it seem like they're trying to get a tie-in any kind of fucking way to this man with underage. You can't do it on my watch. You better go get you some more Epstein files. Wait, if some shit in there, that's on y'all. That's on them, but not me. Again, Luther Campbell, yes, I went to a goddamn Donald Trump hosted event with me, Mike Tyson, and motherfucking Eddie Murphy. Did I see any underage girls? Fuck no. No. I ain't playing no politics. I've had political people call me, don't say nothing at all. Let it all ride out. Fuck that. I'm the motherfucker that went to the Supreme Court for free speech. Oh, no, we ain't letting nothing ride out. No, we're not going to use this for no political theater. It's going to be cut and dry. Yeah, she's not. You're right. She's not. One of them don't look good. You know, when you get old, when you get a little old, every shit that looked good before. Hey, y'all motherfuckers ain't right. Y'all motherfuckers is not right. Y'all ain't right. Stop it. But let me say this, man. Y'all ain't right. Tell when the lady look a transform. You motherfuckers are hard fucking cool. Y'all can say Melania look like a transform. No. We're not doing that. Y'all bitches is crazy. Y'all crazy. But let me just say this, people. Let me just say this. All serious. I look. One thing about me, I'm a big boy. They didn't call me everything but the child of God. But one thing you know, hey, and in this, even with them doctoring up the tape, at the end, where the voice change, and they try, oh yeah, drugs and all that, like you trying to insinuate that I said that the man had some drugs in there. The man, I ain't seen no fucking drugs. I ain't seen nobody taking no drugs. I ain't seen none of that, people. Thank you. I didn't see none of that. If I saw it, would I tell it? No, because I don't go to the party talk about this shit. I went to this man, Mar-a-Lago. Oh, nice. Trump was a fucking Democrat. He one of us. Yeah, one of us called up and said, hey, Luke, come over there. Yeah, you one of us. Blue no matter who. Shit, you giving all this money, all these peoples and all this here. I'm going over there. And let me just keep it about. At that moment, I didn't even know about the Central Park 5. Because if I knew about the Central Park 5, I wouldn't have went there. I would have declined the invitation. If anybody know anything about me, I don't go to these parties. I get invited to all the time, shit all the time. Sometimes the host I'm not fond of, and I don't go. So they'll tell you in a minute, I like being home. I like being right here in my fucking theater looking at this shit on TV. It's 1,000. Thank God for streaming networks. I'm sitting up in this motherfucker looking at industry. I'm looking at all kind of shows, Landman, and all the fucking shit in the world. That's what I do. I don't like going to these people places. So for me to be going up in some goddamn place where some young girls, if I saw some young girls, I'd have said it. Was it a pageant event? The man had pageants all the time. If you knew Donald Trump, it was Donald Trump, the pageants. And it was a pageant event. It's not no teenage pageant event. It was a pageant event. It would have been grown up. You got to be, if you know anything about pageants, teenage pageants and adults, 18 and older. I ain't seen no fucking girls. If it would have been a pageant event, fine, that's it. I left before anything happened, which is what I do. Unfortunately, I don't stay. I'll go to a club right now tonight with my friends, and they'll be like, now you see me, now you don't. Luke is not going to stay long. He going to go to this bitch dead late, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and that bitch going to leave at 1:30. I did. So people, get off the bullshit. Hello. Get off the bullshit. Don't get on here with the bullshit. Am I saying the XM radio interview is fake? I'm saying parts of the interview is fake. I just went over it. The beginning part, the end part is when the shit changed. This guy interviewing with his face and all that right there. No, that's all bullshit. I never even saw the guy interviewing me. This interview wasn't current. This interview had to be years ago. Matter of fact, I think I had this conversation at the studio. I want to think it was in the studio at XM when I did this, because I was on a promotional tour for something, maybe my book or something like that, and I went into the studio. And what you got to understand what these people have, what these people do. Y'all have to understand this. XM or anybody else, they archive the interviews. They have a big ass board where they could take the vocals and the questions of the interviewer, and they have them separated. And so they can, in this case, I don't even know who the fuck this dude is. Never met him in my life. So they have him sitting up here looking like as if he's
because I thought they were stupid for buying it.
Like as if I'm talking to some brand new guy. No. This sounds like it's on the phone. So I'm trying to make this make sense. XM radio, you don't do interviews. Most of the interviews ain't on the phone. You go into the studio. I've been to XM radio 1,000 times, doing 1,000 interviews. And yes, I went in there, did an interview, and I talked about this subject when I was talking about a whole bunch of other shit. Doing an XM radio interview over the phone? Nah, you don't normally do that. XM is real anal about that. XM, if they on some, we're XM radio back then, because that was a new thing. So their whole thing is bring your ass in the studio if you want to be interviewed on XM. And when you go to XM, just so everybody know, you don't do one interview. You do multiple interviews. You'll do this show, that show, this show, that show, Howard Stern, all kind of motherfucking shows at one time. You don't go to XM to do one show. You don't do that. That's why you don't do them shows over the phone. So I'm pretty sure they got some doctored up shit, got a piece of the XM radio interview, put it with this dude here. Who the fuck is this dude? Who is the guy on the picture right here? Who is that? So, regardless of whatever it is, like I say, the most damning part of it is I ain't seen nobody taking no motherfucking drugs. I ain't seen nobody fucking. I ain't seen nobody sucking. I ain't seen nobody taking drugs. I ain't seen none of that. Just that simple. None of that. So y'all can go find somebody else. I ain't seen no little girls. Little girls? Me? See little girls? I ain't seen no motherfucking little. I ain't seen nothing and nobody. Event, yeah, we got a big event going on. Okay, we go in early. Okay, hey man, look at this here. Look at that. Oh shit, this is a nice place here. Enjoy myself. Great host. Donald Trump was a great fucking host. He was an excellent host. Hey, we got this here, man. There's this place here, man. Yeah, a great host. All this here, man. Let's go in the back, see the pool and all that. The golf course back there. Yeah. Great fucking host. You came in at the right time, Streeter.
Yeah.
Did you go to Mar-a-Lago?
I wasn't that special then, bro, to get invited to Mar-a-Lago, bro.
I was special then.
I wasn't that special then, bro. That's for the elite. That's for the elite crowd. That wasn't for me.
I was special then. Streeter, they got me viral. I guess when you get ready to run for office, all kind of shit happen. Well, think about running for office. All kind of shit get popping out.
Oh, I mean, that's playing right down. That plays right down. You want that because you have your own voice. You have your own media. So you want that. Let them make as many AI videos if they want to.
So they say the guy in the chat. They say somebody in the chat. He's in the chat. Who's in the chat? The guy who picture on this interview, XM interview. Where is he at in the chat?
What's his name?
What is his name? Because I want him to tell me that he interviewed me over the phone. What is his name? What is his name? I don't even know who the fuck his name is. Ben. Where are you, Ben? Ben, is this you on here, Ben?
Tell him come on in here.
Come on, Ben.
Come on in here. We'll see you. We'll see your link, old Ben. Y'all sit
Ben
down.
will see you a nice little juicy link.
Yeah.
So you can tell the people that, I was on the telephone. I was up in there. Come on, Ben. It's not Ben who did the interview. Oh, fuck. No, I'm looking for the motherfucker on. It's my guy. It's the guy who posted shit. Listen.
Mikkel Plain.
What is his name? Plain? Milk Plain
on Twitter.
Milk Plain. What's up, Milk? Where Milk playing at?
McKell.
Milk, we'll send you a goddamn link. Because we want to know where you got this Milk, where you got the audio from? How did you come up with this audio, Milk? Where's Milk?
McKee, like I say, McKee.
Come on, Milk. Milk, tell us where did you is this original? Where's Milk? I don't even see Milk. There go Milk. Oh, there go Milk right there. Milk said, nope. I'm the brother who interviewed you. Oh, you interviewed me. Okay.
Make it plain.
Make it plain. Okay, make it plain. You interviewed me. He said he
ready to come on, Luke.
Was this over the telephone? Make it plain, or was this
Reverend? His name is Reverend Mark Thompson. Is his name? Reverend, what does?
I don't know if I want to talk to the Reverend. We're gonna talk to the Reverend.
He said his name is Reverend Mark Thompson.
Reverend, are we geared up to talk to a Reverend? Okay, Reverend, please send us your information.
Where the video at? I want to see where the video at.
Oh,
huh?
Look at this right here.
Look. Like,
hold on. The Reverend hold on. We got one person in the chat. Tell my Reverend, talk about what you did with the see. I don't know. We need to be. I don't know. We need to be. I don't know. We need to be sending Reverend. Are you a Reverend?
You know this guy, Luke?
I don't know him. I don't. They say you're a Reverend.
Look,
and
that's his picture right there. You know this guy?
Oh, where you at?
Right there.
No. Hold on. This is the same guy right here.
I never cared to indulge in it.
Same guy.
So, is that the same guy?
Same guy.
So the Reverend here. Now let's look up where Reverend worked at XM. Can you find that? Where the Reverend is? You said
you left you left 90s parties after seeing drugs and naked girls who appeared to be underage.
That's what he said. I said. Okay. He can't even, okay, even on this thing, here we go. Look at this.
All the other stuff going on. You know, it was like, okay, I can't be up here. I got to go. If I'm going to jail, then somebody's going to extort me. I really, you know, I don't do drugs. Never did it in my life. You know, I smoked marijuana 2 times, you know, when I was in high school, and I didn't like the experience. As far as drugs, I may have sold drugs. I never liked the people who I sold them to when I was young, because I thought they were stupid for buying it. So I never cared to indulge in it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So when I do see people doing it, if I'm around it, I get away from it.
And here's more from Luke right here.
Let me tell you, the thing is, when you're around, I've been around a lot of models and a lot of these pageant women, because that's what mostly it was.
So where did I say
young girls
people were taking drugs? Where did I say that? Even in this doctored up shit, where did I say people were taking drugs? They said Reverend Thomas is mega. He don't sound mega. He sound like he's trying to case up Trump. Trying to use me to case Trump up.
It's crazy because you the black man in this situation. They figure he going after you, but it sounds like he talk about the president of the United States.
Oh, okay, because I'm trying to figure. Let's go run this bitch back. Rewind selector. Where the fuck did I say I saw people taking drugs. Let's assume this is me. Here we go. Wait, hold on. Let's fast forward. Come on, dang. Come on, cursor. Cursor, just like a woman. Y'all don't be acting right. This
had to get the hell out of there. This is just using his words because he didn't want anything to do with what he was seeing there. He said that there was sex and underage girls, and this is what he observed, and he wanted to get the hell out of there.
See that? You heard that?
I heard it.
You heard what this guy just said?
Yeah.
That Luther said it was sex. It was underage girls and all. I should sue this motherfucker right here. That's defamation right there.
That's what defamation is?
Here's what he said.
If the man took us around the house,
say what he just said.
Okay, he said, look, I got all these women. I got these women from the pageant. They're going to be there. So we went. It was like, hey, man, I got a pageant down here. I'm hosting these women at the house. Okay, up in Palm Beach. They send some cars to pick us up. We get in the cars. We drive up there. Me, Mike, Eddie Murphy, we all in our own individual cars. Car service drove us up there. We got there. He showed us around the house, told us about this mansion and the history behind it and all that. Just the golf course. It was dark. We couldn't see the golf course and things like that. And then before you know it, hey, man, y'all enjoy yourself. We got cocktails and everything. And before you know it, the rooms and everything start popping. There wasn't no DJ. It was more of hey, get in where you fit in. Whatever room you're going to go in, you go into that room.
So you say no DJ. There was no music? Or the music was piped in?
No, there wasn't no music.
No music.
That was the interesting part about it. There wasn't no music.
So women just naked in rooms with no music?
Hey, people walking around.
You ain't say all that.
It wasn't, listen, it wasn't nothing wrong with that. I was happy to be at that party, but then.
You see that?
You ain't say all that. You said pageant girls. Nice, respectable young ladies running for pageants. You didn't say people was naked. You said there was different rooms. Keep playing, dog. You
see how they fabricated? I'm gonna keep going. But remember what this motherfucker dude said at the beginning, that I said all the drugs and the girls and the underage. Remember what that motherfucker said, because that motherfucker is really finna get a lawsuit.
At the end of the day,
you have told the story yourself.
When I started looking at some of these girls' faces, I was like, man.
What happened now?
You have told this story yourself on your own platform.
I told it many times.
But keep playing it. Just give your...
And these girls don't look like they're old enough. I didn't ask nobody their age. And then all the other stuff going on. It was like, okay, I can't be up here. I got to go. If I'm going to jail, then somebody's going to extort me. I don't do drugs. Never did it in my life. I smoked marijuana 2 times, when I was in high school, and I didn't like the experience. As far as drugs, I may have sold drugs. I never liked the people who I sold them to when I was young, because I thought they were stupid for buying it. So I never cared to indulge in it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So when I do see people doing it, if I'm around it, I get away from it.
And here's more from Luke right here.
Let me tell you, the thing is, when you're around, I've been around a lot of models and a lot of these pageant women, because that's what mostly it was. It was mostly pageant women.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of these women ain't of age. So when you got a whole bunch of these women running around, whether they of age or not, there's a lot of things going on. Some women look too young.
Oh,
so you keep it moving.
I see.
So it wasn't nobody beating no women or nobody taking advantage of no women. They were all enjoying themselves. That's what they were there for. But were they old enough to be enjoying themselves? I don't know.
Was there sex?
Whether that's you or not, dog, you didn't say anything, bro.
Of course there was.
I guess that's a stupid question now to ask. Okay, so I think I got you now. You're saying that all this was going on and you weren't clear as to whether these were adults.
Put the words in my mouth.
Is
I
that
wasn't clear whether or not they were adults, and I wasn't clear whether or not, whether I wanted to be in that kind of environment where some of these other things that was going on in there. I ain't gonna too much elaborate about everything else what was going on outside of the sexual act. But
well, my brother, we love for you too. We love for you too. That's why we on Sirius.
You want me to?
Because we can open it up. We on Sirius XM. We can bust it wide open right here.
You can bust it wide open.
And the alcohol and the sex and all that. But I ain't gonna talk about the drugs and the alcohol and the sex.
But but now you did say that if you were on XM you could talk about it. So that's why we here, man. I mean, people inquiring minds want to know.
I said I can use the profanity and all that there. They talk about, naked people and all that. But then I ain't do the drug part. I don't want to talk about that part of it.
Two lies.
That street.
He tried.
He tried.
He acting like he your brother. We can bust it wide open this Sirius satellite radio, and
we
then
can bust it wide open.
He tried.
We can bust it wide. He even set himself up. We came on. You came on Sirius XM. You came on with the intention of cussing and saying what the fuck you want to say. How you want to say? No, nigga. No, nigga.
Yeah. Now he back with the clip years later. Luther said.
Years later, but hold on. Y'all heard the clip. Y'all heard the whole entire story. And so going back to the beginning of this motherfucker.
Crew, rap star from the early 1990s, Uncle Luke. He talks about going to a Mar-a-Lago party. He left right away. He thought he was going to get extorted because the girls all looked underage, or a lot of them looked so young, he said, that he had to get the hell out of there. This is just using his words, because he didn't want anything to do with what he was seeing there. He said that there was sex and underage girls, and this is what he observed, and he wanted to get the hell out of there.
Where the fuck fuck did I say on that?
Listen, whether it's you or not, you didn't say anything. They were pageant girls. All pageant women look malnutrition and young. Now, you didn't say they were 12. All pageant women look young. Like young, maybe too young for you. Like you didn't say nothing.
Where the fuck did I say people were taking drugs and having sex? What did I say? There was for him to open up his little thing, for him to open his little thing up, talking about, Luther Campbell said he had to get the fuck out of there. It was underage girls, it was sex, it was drugs, it was all this fucking going on, and he had to leave. Unfortunately, most people know me. Y'all gotta try again. No. Once again, there was no. Once again, I did not see anybody. I didn't see nobody fucking. I did not see anybody having sexual intercourses when Donald Trump invited me to Mar-a-Lago. Donald Trump invited me to Mar-a-Lago. Donald Trump invited me 100 years ago. He was a Democrat, giving money to Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Kamala Harris, every Democrat you could name.
When black people liked him, when black people liked him, when y'all liked him,
when black people liked him,
yeah, when he was firing people on his TV show, my sister was his biggest fan. So don't act like he's always been on one side.
when his best friend was Jesse Jackson,
yes,
up in the Trump Towers with an office, the Operation Rainbow Coalition,
yes,
everybody was cool with Trump. I got pictures with every fucking body. So again, if it was I ain't see no drugs, I ain't see no sex, I ain't see no underage people up in there. When I was there, I did not see none of those people doing any of those things. Did I vote for Kamala Harris? Fuck yeah. Do I like this version of Donald Trump? No, I don't. I'm sorry. The policies that he have in place? No, I don't. That's why there's a strong possibility on Sunday I'm going to announce that I'm probably going to run for fucking Congress. And when I run for Congress, hey, look, I ain't one of the ones who, if I do run and win, I'm not going to be one of the ones who going up there to fight this motherfucker. I'm going up in there to have a conversation with his ass about bringing some money back to my district. Him and anybody else over there. Because at the end of the day, y'all elected him. Not me. So deal with it. Speaking of electing somebody, these elections have consequences, people. You got this man up here, man, trying to extort me, this little boy, little white boy with this damn website. That's how, if I had time, I'd sue him. Anybody in the chat, any lawyer in the chat want to take the case up, y'all can have it, make all the money.
Well, listen, man,
donate the proceeds to a charity.
You've told that story numerous times. You've told the story on my platform, on your platform, numerous times.
Yeah, because you always wanted to know what happened at the Mar-a-Lago.
You told the Puffy stories. You told stories numerous times. But listen, for somebody to you've been amongst women your whole life. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm Uncle Luke.
And you're still standing here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, so I'm not sure. Like, the guy sounds like he voted for Trump. I don't know. I don't
know what they're trying to do. They're trying to tie in that the man, what it is, Streeter, here's what it is. You know, we know media. You know media. You got Footballville. Shots. Hey, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Streeter page on all platforms. Footballville. You know how this works. You know how people doctor and edit shit. You know how they. You know what real smart journalists do. They're very careful at how they depict something. Like this guy who posted this in his monologue at the beginning, setting it up and saying that I said all these things, that he's liable for a lawsuit. And it's obvious that he's doing it on his own. But even going to that, they doctor shit up, they cut shit, and they cut it the way they want to cut it. They couldn't even find a way to cut this to make it seem like I said what he set the whole audience up and everything that he typed up there at the beginning. I had one of my little girlfriends from England send me this shit all over the world. Hey, but then I'm like, what the hell is it? I can't upload it. And it was like, oh, it's okay. Ain't nothing on there. Anybody in their right mind look at it and say nothing on there. So again, it's two things going on, Streeter.
What's up?
They trying to tie Trump in to little girls, and you trying to use me.
Yeah.
No, that's all that is. They're trying to tie this man into little girls. I ain't no Donald Trump fan. I'm a Democratic fan.
That ain't strong enough. That
ain't strong enough. Y'all gotta go get you another
man. Listen, you done stood in the eye of the Supreme Court, bro. You got that's child's play shit, bro. That's kitty play. It's kitty play. I mean, I don't.
Exactly.
That's not pressure at all.
That's no pressure at all. Let's talk about some real shit. Look at this crazy motherfucker.
Progress in that they are leaving right now, but as far as some
deal not him.
Was struck to get them out.
Not him. He's not the one I wanted. This is what I wanted.
Genocide. Where to start? So you'd agree with me, wouldn't you, that whites are pretty well represented in the United States Senate?
They are well represented in this body, yes.
And how about in the House of Representatives?
Senator Kaine, I don't have those particular numbers. However,
but you would agree that they're pretty well represented in the House of Representatives.
Senator, I would, again, thank you for the question. I would point out that there were no white Protestants by birth in the 25 cabinet members under Joe Biden.
How about in the ranks of American presidents throughout history, including now pretty well represented whites?
Senator.
And how about in the ranks of vice presidents during American history now? Whites pretty well represented in that group, right?
Senator, thank you again for the question.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's hard. How about on the United States Supreme Court? Throughout our history, and including now, whites are pretty well represented on the United States Supreme Court, correct?
I think obviously historically, I would, of course, agree with you. Of course, the vast majority of Americans were white at that time. It's now a much more diverse society.
Let's focus on right now. How about in the ranks of American governors? You think whites are pretty well represented?
I would just have to look at the numbers. I don't know.
Okay, how about this? In the ranks of CEOs of major corporations today, you think whites are pretty well represented?
Senator, thank you for the question. I suspect that they are probably pretty well represented in that, but there are other areas where they're not as well.
How about in the ranks of high-income people? And we can define it however you want. Let's just say like top 10% of wealthy Americans. You think whites are pretty well represented?
Senator, thank you for the question. They would certainly be underrepresented with respect to Asian Americans, but they would be overrepresented with respect to other groups.
Yeah. All the statistics.
So here we go.
What's going? Help me out. What's going on? What's going on?
At least prior to the Trump administration.
Hold on. He is at a Senate confirmation hearing, Mr. Jeremy. He's a Donald Trump appointee. He's trying to get confirmed by the Senate to be, I think it's the Commerce. He's trying to get confirmed.
Black Americans.
On average, Senator, yes, that's correct, and I'm not running away from that statement.
You have made several statements about your worry regarding the erasure of white culture in America.
That in my book, I actually talk about something even perhaps more extreme, American whites as being victims of a cultural genocide.
Give me some examples of what you believe are being erased about white identity. What is white identity to you?
Well, Senator, thank you for that.
Tell me how it's different than other identities.
That the white church is very different than the black church in terms of its tone and style on average. Foodways could often be different.
And those
music
could be different.
And
those are being erased.
Music could be different. Well, if you look at the Super Bowl halftime show, which was not in English this year.
So our ability to access white churches or white food or white music is being erased.
Now, he's straight up.
What's going on? Help me out. What's going on?
I should have set it up better than that.
What's going on, bro?
Mr. Jeremy is at a Senate confirmation hearing. See, the president, any cabinet member that he appoints, whether it's Attorney General or Commerce, I think he's Commerce, I forget what it is. He's trying to get confirmed by the Senate, which he'll get the votes because a large majority of the Senate, this current body of Senate, is Republican. So you go to a confirmation hearing, the president nominates you to be the director of the FBI. You got to get confirmed by the Senate. That's why it's important to have more votes in the Senate as a Democrat than the Republicans, or the Republicans have more votes, you'll then get anybody confirmed that the president brings to the table. So the president goes and if he nominates a person, then they got to go get confirmation by the Senate. In this case, Mr. Jeremy is trying to get confirmed to be a cabinet member of Donald Trump's cabinet, being a director. I want to say it's Commerce. I forget what it is. But in this case, Buddy is trying to get confirmed, but they're saying that you are racist. These are all these white guys that's asking him all these questions about things that he said before when it comes to being racist. And that is why they're asking him these questions and questioning him on the things that he said in his beliefs. So it's like, okay, why should we confirm you? But it's again, it is a whole entire, the Democrats know that they're not going to have the votes to not confirm him, but they're putting on the record that this dude is a racist in their opinion. And they ask the questions of him being a racist. Then they'll go back and say, this is what Donald Trump is bringing here. He's bringing these type of people in his cabinet, and the Republicans are going to approve this dude, and they're going to allow him in to be running this entire department, and he knows that he's a racist. Yes, he's trying to be the top of the State Department. Known racist.
Got you.
And that's what's going on. So I wanted to play this clip to let people know elections have consequences. They have consequences. Oh, I mean, it's a real dialogue going on with our friend down there, huh? They saying he changing.
What? He's trying to get confirmed for a top State Department.
Why Luke refused to do an interview? This is good.
I'm talking to the people, man. We can't talk about the same thing all night long. That's we don't move on. We're on another subject. If it was that big of a deal, we would bring him on.
Look here, he came in this motherfucker. He came in he came in the wrong show to think that he gonna come up in this bitch and fabricate some shit or do his trick back. Even if that's him. No, yeah, fuck it. We ain't going. Let me tee up some more shit here.
I've seen you more stressed on the sideline at Edison this year. This is small shit. Like nobody.
I know.
If we needed to bring him on, we would bring him on. You think this is pressure?
To me. It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's really a joke. I mean, it's so damn funny. And you got this dude picture up here, the Reverend. Come on, Reverend. Go on say, hey, Reverend, have fun with my friends in the chat because they eat your ass alive. They eat you alive. But let's go right here. Let's go some more politics before I get to sports.
Bring her on in. Sonny,
you want to go there, Attorney General.
Before you started.
You don't tell me.
Yeah, I did tell you because we saw what you did in the Senate.
You're a lawyer, not even a lawyer. You showed it. I find it.
How many have you indicted?
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question.
No,
Your
you're going to answer the
theatrics are
question the way I
ridiculous.
asked.
By the way, we're going to unredact them here. You're asking about Merrick Garland?
You don't get to reclaim
because
time
this
when
is
you don't.
bigger than Watergate.
When I don't answer a question the way you
goes
want. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files
I'm reclaim my time.
be
I got your
released.
answer.
Instead of talking about Ghislaine Maxwell, who hopefully will die in prison,
Will you turn to them now and apologize for what your Department of Justice...
This is not a game, Secretary. I'm Attorney General.
My apologies, I couldn't tell.
When you attack the president, and I am not going to have it, I'm not going to put up with it. They are talking about Epstein today. This has been around since the Obama administration. This administration released over 3 million pages of documents. The Dow right now is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. The Dow is over 50,000 right now.
They like, bitch, what are you talking about, the Dow?
You ready for that heat, Luke? You ready to be? You ready for that heat? That's
you see that? Man, hey, Streeter.
You ready for that?
Street. Great question. I'm built for that shit. That Streeter. I was like, oh man, I was getting myself all together. Hey, put me in the game, coach. Put me in the fucking game. Am I ready for that smoke there? Am I ready? Ask the people in the chat.
That's crazy.
People in the chat. Listen, I'm going to use a few choice words. If Hakeem Jeffrey was to put me on one of these committees, oh, trust me. Listen. Hey, listen, Streeter is being prepared with the questions like her. What she did, she had a profile on every goddamn congressman, and when they get to ask her some questions, he had a whole list of, oh, he did this, he did that, he voted on this, he voted on that, say this, and so she had her catchphrase like she did in the Senate. But unfortunately, these people in Congress, they weren't having that shit. They was like, no, motherfucker, you ain't finna do the same shit you did in the Senate over here. And then they outed her having a whole goddamn profile on each senator. Man, come on, man. Lady one, hey, look. No, yeah, to answer the question, Streeter,
so you gonna have to watch film.
If I do run,
you better watch film and do your
research. Yeah, you gotta watch film on these people. Everybody watch film.
You better watch the film
down to the little term. So hey, that's the whole reason why you see all them people standing behind them congressmen. That's staff. Staff better give me all the ammunition on this motherfucker. Give me this. So then now when you go in there and ask them questions, you already kind of know the answer, what they're gonna say, because you already been prepped. Just like you say, I know what pass Roe getting ready to throw on third down and long. Well, Roe, I ain't coaching against you this year. I know what AJ is gonna run on 3rd and 1. I know he's gonna line up with a tight end king, right? You gotta know the personnel, but at the end of the day, Streeter, look, that right there, I don't, and I look at these hearings right? I look at these subcommittee hearings or these hearings where they have attorney general and they have, they bring in these cabinet members to question them about some of the things that they're doing. And again, I look at this shit and at the same time, I say, will I be the person? Will I even want to be on a committee where I'm going back and forth, screaming and hollering and all that? Yes, I'm going to fight for my district. Yes, I'm going to fight for the people. I'm going to fight for the party. No question about it. But my whole thing is about going and getting something done. You know what I'm saying? Bringing some money back to the district. If I ain't bringing no money back and I'm just getting on CNN, screaming and hollering and going back and forth with this lady here, what am I doing? I'm spending too much time, energy, effort with staff preparing to talk to this crazy lady, and you know exactly what this lady going to talk about. And so that's why I like Jasmine Crockett. What she did, she just say, I ain't finna ask this motherfucker no question because I already know you're going to deflect and you're not going to answer a question. You're just going to deflect and talk about Joe Biden. You're going to talk about everybody else and all that. We're not getting ready to do that. I'm going to just take my 5 minutes and talk about what needs to get done and how horrible you are as a attorney general. And that's it. I mean, that would be the route that I would take if I'm going there. But I probably wouldn't even be on one of those committees. I would definitely be on the one where they're trying to make laws to change NIL, where they're trying to regulate these kids because all these colleges and universities are running up there to Capitol Hill to lobby congressmen and senators to pass a bill to regulate these kids on how much money that they will make. That's where I come in at. Think about this. Let's talk about this one right here, Shrita.
What's up?
I want to be clear. Do you want to go?
Well, I'm still got it. It's Friday. I got all kind of technical difficulties going on here.
In the NCAA anymore. Trinidad Chambliss had his day in court yesterday. Of course, the judge ruled in his favor. Once it was announced that it was going to be held in Mississippi and who the judge was, pretty much everybody assumed that this is what would happen. While the judge was reading off all of his reasoning, yada yada, the NCAA lawyers literally left. They were like, okay, we out. He went on for like another 40 minutes, this whole diatribe, only to say NCAA. And he was all emotional, which was really weird. It's like, why are you getting emotional about this? Aren't you supposed to be biased? So today, Joey Aguilar, he is having his day in court trying to get his eligibility approved. I think the judge said that he's not going to rule today, but let's be real. That judge is also associated with the University of Tennessee. It's going to go his way. Like, what are we even doing here? If Lawrence Seymour, who is the only guy that we have right now who has an eligibility waiver in, if his doesn't get approved by the NCAA, we should have a field day in court. I guess it makes me feel a little bit better about that, but at the same time...
Okay, I'm tired of her talking.
It sounded like she was saying the same thing over and over again.
With her Texas shirt on. But we get the point. We get the point, young lady.
We got it.
Streeter, the NCAA has lost every appeal. All of them. How do you go? You think everybody in America know that's why they didn't even invite Trinidad to the combine after throwing for 4,000 yards last year, twice as many yards as Mendoza. They knew he was going to get approved because what you do, you go to a court in your city and the judge looks at the case. It's like a waste of time for the NCAA. You're going to lose in their backyard. Bottom line. You're going to lose.
Right.
They lost when the young man said that the years that he spent in JUCO should not count in D1. Every case they've lost. So now, if people don't know, junior college, you can go there for 2 years. That don't count against your 5-year eligibility in Power 5 or FBS or whatever, D1. So it's amazing. It's 53. They've lost 53 cases. This lady
I think she's looking at the numbers on one platform, talking about you got 53 people in here and we got 700. Stop giving Shawnee some time, man. Shawnee lonely. Shawnee need to go find a Valentine or something.
Shawnee, hold on, Shawnee. Let me help you, Shawnee. Because you threw me off topic, Shawnee. Shawnee, we're on 3 different platforms, maybe 4.
Maybe 6. I don't know.
We're on Facebook, Shawnee. So you might be seeing a Facebook number. We're on Instagram, Shawnee. There's an Instagram number. We're on X. There's an X number. There's a YouTube number, Shawnee. Shawnee is a troll. Okay, Glow is a troll detector. Glow normally be on. We be together. Hi, I'm on YouTube and Facebook. Okay, Shawnee. How about don't worry about how many people in here. How about
Sonny wanted you to bring her cousin? She wanted you to bring her cousin on the platform. So check this out. They asked him at the hearing yesterday. Check this out. I shot this at the game. This is the final play of the Fiesta Bowl. I shot this. And they actually asked him, did you think that was pass interference? They say, did you think the last play was pass interference?
Why did you shoot?
So me being the creative guy that I am, Luke, in the middle of the game, I decided to turn around to these Kane fans, right? And watch their reaction with the final play playing in the background. So watch.
Oh, I can't see it. It's too far back.
Yeah, it's the final play playing in the background.
Oh, that's dope. Okay. When did you cut to Beard hugging Mario?
I didn't know Beard. I didn't know. I'm on the sideline with them. So when Miami celebrated, Beard was standing next to me. He wasn't in the barricades on the stage with the team. You know what I'm saying? Malachi, CJ were pointing at him. But I didn't know what happened with Mario and Beard until I got into the membership with the villains, and they told me that Mario kind of shrugged Beard off. But yesterday at the hearing, they actually asked Trinidad Chambers, did he think that was pass interference? And he was like, yeah, I thought it was pass interference, but it's hard for a ref to call something like that in a moment like that. I don't think pass interference has ever been called on a Hail Mary play. Never in life.
No, you don't. No, yeah, it was.
When?
It was the same situation.
When?
It was the same situation, Streeter.
Mm-hmm.
It was the same situation against Ohio State when they robbed us. It was the same situation.
Yeah, it wasn't a Hail Mary though, but right.
Well, it wasn't a Hail Mary. I don't really consider that as a Hail Mary. I think that was because they were so close. They got themselves in position.
It was all right.
Yeah, we can call it that. But it was the last play of the game, and you know, they had an opportunity to either win the game or not. Man,
rosters were revealed and said you're on that old heads team. Do you think the old heads?
Hold on, let me set this up because I have a tendency of not setting up things. Okay, Kevin Garnett was asked about the NBA All-Star game, and he had some interesting things to say about Luka and the foreign players, about them and their involvement in the game. Y'all check this out.
The rosters were revealed and said you're on that old heads team. Do you think the old heads will compete and try to win the whole tournament here?
You should ask the Europeans if the world team if they're gonna compete. I mean, because we look at Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic now. Let's go back and look at what they do in the All-Star game. Is that competition? So we haven't questioned what they've been doing, but we're gonna question the old heads and the Americans. But these two dudes out there, Luka and Jokic, they don't care about the game at all. These dudes be laying on the floor, they shoot from half court, but you got to worry about the old heads playing hard. I can read between the lines, bro. And I just think a lot of times, I'm just say that I can read between the lines.
What did he mean about he could read between the lines?
I like Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant always call it like it is, but then sometimes when you like that, they call you aggressive or angry. You know what I'm saying? The NBA is predominantly black, right? You know what I'm saying? So I guess the complaints are going to get thrown out at mostly black people, but for him to do that on a platform like that is kind of
what?
Impressive. And then they put video with it. They added. The dude literally shot at half court.
If you know anything about Kevin Garnett, you know he always speaks his mind. If you get him to talk, he gonna keep it a buck.
Well, I like him. I like him.
But I mean, my question to you do they need to just cancel the All-Star game? Because none of these guys are playing. Now you got guys talking about other guys who ain't playing, who going out there bullshitting throughout the. Should they just
the weekend? The weekend is an epic weekend, right? Like, but
for the parties.
Yeah, the events of this time, they gotta be more creative. They gotta turn it into something else. This in season tournament that they play. That shit should turn into that. The All-Star game event should turn into that. Like this in-season tournament that they play, they need to figure out a way to turn the All-Star game and turn the event into that.
But see, as you can see, Law says he's saying they don't call out the European players like they do with LeBron and everybody else, which they credit these guys. A lot of guys do interviews. Kevin Garnett and all of them talking about, LeBron fucked up the whole All-Star weekend because when Kobe slapped his hand on the floor, that he did not accept the challenge. I mean, they try and say that, and that's what Kevin just like Law is saying. He's taking up for LeBron because they're trying to shit on LeBron.
Right.
When they won't say anything about the European players, because we all know, I mean, at the end of the day, just like you say, it's just like baseball. When they eliminated the blacks in baseball, they eliminated black people in baseball. They're trying to eliminate the black people in basketball. Basketball is clearly becoming a European sport, and they're going to take the game global. They done went and found their niche. Baseball, no disrespect to the Dominicans, they play baseball at a very, very high level, but they got them to replace the African-American blacks. In France, they found them a holy grail of French who look black. They're going to get them to replace the African-American players.
They can't do it.
That's what they're going to do. You didn't think they were going to. I didn't think they were going to do it to baseball, but they did. Let's keep it a buck.
What do you mean? You got they integrated blacks into baseball? Like they can't.
No, they price blacks out of baseball.
We have never played baseball at the rate we play basketball.
Oh, yes, we did. Oh, yes, we did. Chat, y'all better tell him, chat. Chat, y'all better tell him.
The Negro League?
Chat, y'all better get him. Y'all better, hey, treat him nice now. He's my friend. Chat, this man just said This man just said we never played basketball. We never played baseball on the rate that we played basketball.
We've never loved baseball the way we love basketball.
Are you serious?
Never.
Do you know who Satchel Paige is?
I know who they all are.
Do you know who Hank Aaron is?
I know who they all are.
Do you know who Darryl Strawberry is?
Of course I do.
Do you know who Dwight Gooden is? Do you know who Vida Blue is?
It does not compare to our participation in basketball, Uncle Luther.
When we were playing, hold on. When we were playing baseball, we wasn't even allowed to play basketball. Pat Riley is still running. Hold on. Pat Riley is still running the Miami Heat. Pat Riley was his college basketball team and had no blacks on it. Matter of fact, they got beat by the first set of black guys in the championship game. We've been playing baseball. When we do, you know 42? Do you know who 42 is?
Look, we was also not allowed to play with the whites in baseball. Also, it was all it was all the same.
Do you know when baseball was integrated?
No, I know 42 was first.
You got the computer. I'm gonna let you do the. I'm gonna let you do the luxury of looking it up.
So you trying to say we
dominated baseball. We dominated baseball before we dominated basketball.
That's baseball. What I'm saying. The Negro League.
No. When the Negro League, the Negro League, it was widely known as the Negro Baseball League. We filled up stadiums all around the country, all over the place. We was on the Negro League circus.
Right.
You ain't had no baseball. You ain't had no basketball leagues like that. You ain't had no Negro Basketball League where they filled up arenas and stadiums. You had some local gyms and shit like that, but we filled up stadiums.
So you're telling me
1947 basketball became irrelevant fucking in the 70s.
So you're telling me we had the Negro League. Then they started taking the players from the Negro League and kind of icing out the Negro League because they was taking our best players. When did we ever dominate white baseball?
We always dominated it. You
saying we had a few players there and they were the better players. Darryl Strawberry.
Dude, oh my God. Jackie Robinson? You don't know Jackie Robinson?
That mean we dominated white baseball because we had Jackie Robinson? I saw the movie.
Do you know dominating baseball? Do you know who Hank Aaron is and what his status is?
Yes, we had good players that played baseball. Did we dominate the league?
Dominate. That's dominating.
We know dominate the league by numbers, Uncle Luther. By numbers. Yes. We dominate NBA basketball. We the majority of the league. When do we
dominated it? Do you know who Barry Bonds is? The most feared fucking hitter of all times.
When did we have majority of blacks in baseball? In the white league?
We of that era, we were the dominant force. We dominated it.
We had the better players. Is what you're saying, right?
Barry Bonds would hit anybody.
Yeah, Barry Bonds. They tried to steroid Barry Bonds out, but he was good way before the steroid shit.
Are you serious right now?
No, I am serious. We have never dominated the white baseball league, the MLB, by numbers. By numbers.
Do we
by numbers? They cannot get blacks out of NBA, Luke.
Streeter.
They will not get blacks out of NBA.
Okay, we dominated baseball.
When?
The way we dominated baseball. See now, what you when you say dominated, to me that means were we ever was the best players on the team, and I say yes, we were.
No, we were. We did have the best players.
Now, if you talk about numbers, back then it was at one point it was 30, 80 whites. Then it became 50-50. It was no different than football when football was integrated, when football was just all whites, and then they started getting blacks, and then the blacks dominated the sport in numbers. Yes, we dominated in numbers.
At the most, Luke. When was the MLB ever like blacks and whites? Like when was it ever? When did blacks ever dominate baseball? When was it more blacks in baseball than whites?
Be specific. Dominated in what?
Numbers. Because I'm saying we're talking about getting the NBA players out of the league, and I say it can't happen because of the numbers.
Right there. 70s.
When you say, okay, what was the percentage? How many blacks was in the league? How many whites?
So are you talking about numbers? Or are you talking about the best players? When you say dominated, that means
about numbers. That's all we talking about. All we was talking about was getting blacks out of the NBA. We was talking about numbers. That's it. Talent. We're talking about talent. We're talking about numbers.
Okay, well, you might want to use a different type of number. Major League Baseball was 50% blacks and 50% whites at the height of it all.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay, I mean that's
the best players, and it was listen. It was the majority of the best players were black. Majority of the best players in baseball were black because
50-50, I'll take that. NBA. When was the NBA ever 50-50 at its height? Like the NBA we've known, right, has been dominated by blacks. They're not getting blacks.
No, the NBA was white.
No. We're not going back to when they couldn't dunk. We're not getting blacks out the NBA. We're not.
The NBA got integrated the same way baseball got integrated, the same way football got integrated.
Of course it did, Luke.
There was a time that the NBA was all white, like baseball.
And then we took it over. When did we ever take baseball over?
In the 70s.
We took it over. Y'all just said it was 50-50.
We took it over.
By numbers. We had the better players, but by numbers. The NBA was once 90% black, I think. What are we talking about?
Shrita, we took over baseball in the 70s. It was pretty much it was a combination of Latinos, and majority of the players were black, and then you had whites. So so if you really want to go to the numbers, it probably was 50% blacks and maybe 20% Latinos and 30% whites. That's what it was.
It never looked like the NBA.
It never looked black like the NBA. No.
My original
and that's why they always say baseball is America's sport.
As long as New York is a state, you're not going to phase black people out of basketball.
This man, look at man. This man, as long
as New York exists.
This man don't want to talk about. He don't want to talk about no D. Gordon and Reggie Jackson. He don't know nothing about them. This man don't want to work. He don't want to talk about all these people here. Hank Aaron, Frankie Robinson. Do you know who Frankie Robinson is?
Willie Mays, Ozzie Smith, Darryl Strawberry. Probably we could send books to his prison cell. I know all these people. I know all these people.
Hey, listen, people. This man
talent.
Here on a Friday. Dontrell Willis. Do you know?
Dontrell Willis. That's here.
Do you know the Hawk? Do you know who the Hawk is? Do you know who the Hawk? Tell me who the Hawk is.
I don't know who the Hawk is. I know Dontrell Willis.
Oh fuck!
I don't know who the Hawk is.
Hold on. Chat. The man don't know who the fucking Hawk is.
I don't know what the Hawk is.
And the Hawk is from Miami. The Hawk is from Miami. This man don't even know who the hell the Hawk is. The Hawk, arguably one of the best hitters of all times in baseball. Andre,
footballville, not baseballville.
Andre, hold on. I give you one. I'm gonna since you talk about football.
Now they changing the subject. Now they just talk about talent now. Baseball has never looked like the NBA. And they're not going to get blacks out the NBA. It's not going to.
I give you Who is Lenny Harris?
Who?
Hold on. Hold on.
Who is Lenny? Who? Lenny who? ChatGPT, AI. Who is Lenny Harris? Baseball player. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care. I credit football field, not baseball field. Listen, I'm put him in the back. Listen, baseball has never been dominated the way basketball has been dominated by blacks. The NBA probably was 90% black at some point in time. So I don't know how many Europeans they can put into the NBA, but you're not going to get rid of, as long as New York exists, you're not going to get rid of blacks in basketball. Period. Where my villains at in the chat? Period. Y'all want some plaques? Since Luke gone, y'all ain't got no plaques, so I got my own plaques. 100,000 YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I may not have any gold plaques or platinum plaques, but I got my silver one. 100,000 on YouTube. Football Field, go follow us. But no, the original conversation was, can they phase blacks out of basketball? And it's not going to. Mike Sampson, yes, New York. Does anybody know why I'm saying as long as New York exists, you'll never get blacks out of basketball? Does anybody understand why I'm saying that? What my villains in the chat? I know y'all understand what I'm saying. Does anybody understand why I'm saying that? As long as New York exists, you will not get blacks out. Who that here? Lenny Harris. What Lenny Harris played for? Northwestern.
That is Lenny Harris. That's Lenny Harris. You don't know who the fuck Lenny Harris is?
No, I know what Gary Sheffield is, though.
Gary Sheffield from Tampa. This guy is from Miami.
Miami Jackson? Somebody.
This is arguably. Thank you.
Xavier Carter.
See there, the people in the chat. Thank God for y'all in the chat. Thank God for y'all in the chat. This motherfucker, Streeter is lost. He played. That's right, Carter. Carter, he played for Jackson. And you know what he played, Streeter?
Obviously, baseball.
He was a quarterback for Miami Jackson also. Footballville. Come on, Streeter. Since you wanted to go footballville. Since
in
you wanted to do
2008.
football.
I didn't.
Man, hold on, man.
I wasn't around. You was hanging out with Muhammad Ali in Overtown. I wasn't around.
Don't have me put no goddamn. Where the fuck is Lenny at? I will put Lenny on this goddamn thing here right now. Lenny will break down. Lenny Harris. Let me tell you, Lenny Harris. Look him up. Arguably one of the best pinch hitters of all times in baseball. This guy here.
Let's see. Who is
Miami
Lenny?
Jackson? Ain't no, let's see. Where the fuck is Lenny at?
This
man here.
Like
you out of control today. You are out of control today. See, hey, people in the chat, I'm getting this man to broaden his horizon. Where's Lenny?
Oh, Lenny.
Where is Lenny Harris?
As old as I thought he was. You talk about 1989. That ain't as old as I thought. Okay, 1989 he played. He got drafted.
You should know.
Why should I know that?
You should know who Lenny is. 19.
I was 10 years old. Why should I know that?
Oh my God.
I was 10 years old, nigga. You was in high school when
where the hell is Lenny Harris at?
I was 10.
I don't have Lenny Harris number. Unbelievable. Lenny Harris. I got Lenny Moore. I don't think we want to talk to him.
Lenny Moore. Call Lenny, man. Get Lenny on the phone, man. Lenny graduated in 1989, man.
Here's the book, people. This is my book. Anything y'all want to, you can easily read my book to hear my story. That's my book right there. HarperCollins, one of the biggest publishers in the world. Go Amazon or wherever, and you go look at it. Since everybody want to know the parties I went to and shit. And then here's another book. Reading is fundamental. Reading is fucking fundamental. Here's another book that I strongly advise that you all go and read. The Art of War.
Oh, that's a
The
good one.
Art of War.
That's a good one.
Just know I read
Put your
it.
book back up there, man. Put your book back there. Since they want to know so much, and
This is
yeah,
one
go,
of-
go read about it.
This
got
is
an audio
one
book?
of two. Luther Campbell, the Book of Luke. The Book of Luke. You know, I got that from the Bible. Fight for justice, for truth and justice, and Liberty City. Charles Johnson. He don't even know about Charles Johnson. Do you know who Charles Johnson is? Come on. Football bill, Caneville. Put your Caneville hat on. Take a football bill hat
never
off.
Baseballville. I'm not finna
No.
baseball quiz.
Put Canesville. No, you got Canesville. You have football bill. And you got Canesville
for football.
Charles Johnson was a catcher at the University of Miami. Probably the last black catcher we ever had. I'm gonna leave that alone. Before
he
Dontrell Willis. Man, they
right?
don't know who Dontrell Willis is. He don't know who Gary Sheffield is. Chef. The Chef.
Charles Johnson played for the Marlins, right? His son played for American Heritage.
Yeah.
Wide receiver. Yeah, that's my best friend's cousin.
And you didn't know the man played baseball?
Actually, that's funny, dog. That's funny. That's actually my girlfriend's cousin.
Oh, my
he's at all the family reunions.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You don't know the fuck Charles Johnson.
No, just saw him at the family gathering. To be honest with you.
People, this is fucking ridiculous. Let me put you on the close-up. This is ridiculous. This man is going to, he knows Charles Johnson's son and at American Heritage. His cousin is knows, and he don't know who the fuck this man is. Thank you, Carter. Thank you, Carter. Thank you, Carter. You said it. You gotta do better. And the man got his platform, his football bill, and I say take a football.
Xavier Carter's a hater from a long time. He's just mad he didn't create football bill. I know Xavier Carter. He coached at Joe Parr. He coached out there at Gwen Cherry and Liberty City.
No. Hold on. Always say Liberty City first before you say Gwen Cherry.
Liberty City first?
You in bad shape today. What the day is? Friday? You have a long fucking week.
Because y'all are wrong, y'all changed the subject. Baseball has never been predominantly black. But y'all changed the subject and started talking about talent. We wasn't talking about talent. And just turned it into something else. Oh man, you don't know Lenny Worthington that played for Braddock. It just started talking about something else. Y'all were wrong. You will never get blacks out of basketball.
Check GPT works. That man said he Liberty City Warriors.
By birth.
Born and raised. Liberty City Warriors.
Straight up.
I don't understand.
What up?
You're surprising me today. I
No,
mean,
you just lost an argument. You don't know how to act. That's all. That's all. That's all. You lost an argument. Blacks have never dominated baseball.
You tried.
50% is the most. Now, we were the better players. We had to, but damn, like what don't you dominate that you let us in? Shit, you let us in golf and Tiger Woods dominated for a few years.
Definition of domination. Not bondage. The act of control or having power over someone or something.
We've never controlled baseball. Not even close.
You control baseball when you have the power. That's what ChatGPT
That Chat said. And I got my Diamondbacks hat on today. I happen to come in here with my Diamondbacks hat on.
That's the definition of it. That man don't know. Hey, that man don't even know nothing about. He don't know these people right here. He has no
Terry
idea.
Pendleton, 20 Gwynn. I know 20 Gwynn, Frank McGriff. I don't know Kirby Smith. I know Joe Carter, Barry Larkin, Ricky Henderson. I know all these guys.
What Ricky Henderson did? Who he played for?
Steel Pacers. The Oakland A's.
That's right. Oakland
Yeah.
Athletics,
Yeah.
my team.
And
Before the
dog, listen,
Marlins.
tell me this, Luke. For a minute, the Oakland Athletics kind of infiltrated the culture. How did that happen? Like people were wearing Oakland Athletics clothes and hats. Remember that?
Because they were fly. Man, they had Raleigh Fingers and Sal Bando over there.
Uh-huh.
They were flying. Hey, you know, a true story. MC Hammer was a ball boy for Oakland A's.
Yeah, I've heard this story before.
No, they were flying. And you know, I was a ball boy for the Orioles. And,
Were you?
in summer league. Not
Hey, when you
summer,
were in
but
Florida?
when they came down for the offseason at the Miami Stadium. I used to be the ball boy there. That's how I got into baseball. You didn't know that.
So
that's when Earl and all them was there. You know, that might be a little too deep for you. Yes, that's right. And they were the bad boys. And they were the bad boys of baseball. They had no problem. Hey, they had no problem hitting you with it. See, baseball changed also. Baseball was hardcore. They'll hit you with that motherfucking ball real fast.
They don't do that no more?
No, they back your ass up off that plate. You'll get hit. Barry Bonds got hit. They had more fights in baseball got soft. They don't hit nobody. Everybody friends and shit. Everybody play on their national teams and shit. He don't want to know who Cecil Fielder is. We're calling off names of people that this man, that's Spanish to him.
I know who Fat Boy
You don't know
Cecil
none of these
Fielder
motherfuckers.
Hey, listen.
You don't know who Darryl Strawberry
How
is.
did the Oakland? Why were we wearing Oakland?
You don't know who Ken Griffin is. You don't know who Ken Griffin. Ken Griffin.
Everybody know who Ken Griffin is. Everybody had the
like
shoes.
this here.
Everybody had the Ken Griffin shoes. Come
Everybody
on.
had a Ken Griffin.
Y'all get
Before it was
disrespectful.
fucking Michael Jordan. It was Ken Griffin shoes. Ken stand up there like this here and be wiggling. Pow, out of there. Come on, man. Streeter, we dominated baseball. We dominated baseball. That's why I love the story
of
Mookie Betts. I love the story of Mookie Betts, right? Mookie Betts told a story about Doc Gooden. Don't even do it to him. Doc Gooden was a beast. Doc was a beast. Hit anything. Hey, Mookie Betts told a story that and this was the time where it's trying to start phasing blacks out of baseball. His mom would take him to the park, and because it was a whole bunch of Hispanics and they would politic him out and would never play him, he would never play. They would cut him on teams. This Mookie Betts now, he would get cut. And so his mom did what? And it's a lot of black people right now have that, who kids are in baseball right now. They feel like it's really seriously political. I don't know one black dad that don't think it's politics involved in their son playing. It wasn't politics before. And so Mookie mama decided that they kept cutting her son. They put him on these teams and they wouldn't play him. And she started her own little travel team. So she got all the little, kids in the neighborhood, and she said the best people play, and that's how Mookie ended up getting games. Because that was the beginning of the politics. Like I know what his name? T. Martin. T. Martin, quarterback coach for the Ravens. I don't know if he's still there now. Used to be the offensive coordinator. And T. Martin, who won a natty at Tennessee.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning didn't. Peyton Manning still hold that against him. His son played baseball. Matter of fact, he was recruited by the University of Miami. And it was, a little controversial of his playing time also. And he eventually transferred. So it's a lot of things going on with baseball. And then the price. Everything is travel. All of the fields locally and nationally is taken over by the travel teams. And that's a large part of these different municipalities are allowing these park directors are allowing the travel teams to hijack the fields from the average person like myself. If I want to go out there and coach my son on baseball, I damn near got to call the fucking parks director because the little guy who working at the park is gonna be like, hey, you, sir, you cannot be on the park. No, motherfucker, I pay taxes for this goddamn park. It's travel. You're gonna be on the travel team. No, this is a park in my neighborhood. They don't have that no more. They've hijacked the parks. The municipalities are allowing that to happen, and then it costs so much money. But Liberty City Optimists, ladies and gentlemen, we have baseball. And if you're local and you want your kid to play on an honest team, we've always had baseball. Matter of fact, Liberty City Optimists was started by baseball, and it was a man named Clemente that started baseball many, many years ago, and then Coach Sam Johnson took over it. And Sam Johnson was the guy who came to me that asked me to sponsor his baseball team. And I said, if I sponsor your baseball team, you have to help me start football at Liberty City Optimists at the park. And he says, okay, fine. It was a guy named Joe with him. Joe was my friend. And so they did baseball. He said, I don't know nothing about no football. I'm a baseball guy. I played baseball at Northwestern and all that. I said, but I played football, and I'm going to bring some of my friends who I played with on the beach at Beach High and our Optimists, and they'll help you, steer you in the direction of starting the football. So I got Donnell Box and Boogie and all these different guys who I played with on at Beach High, and that's how we started football at Charles Hadley Park. So a lot of people have all this, and then again, they said, okay, you need to get the equipment. And then I had to whip out a check for $75,000. I went to the Boys and Girls Club, a friend of mine named Charlie Brown. Well, my coach on the beach told me, you need to go see this dude named Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown runs the Boys and Girls Club. He will steer you in the right direction to start football. So I got with Charlie. Charlie said the first thing you got to do is buy equipment. How much? Oh, it's going to be about $75,000 to do all these teams. I said, no problem. Let's write the check. By the time they finished, it was well in the hundreds. And that is how Liberty City Optimists football started. Okay? To set the record straight for all these people who want to get on Facebook and everywhere and talking to all this bullshit about how Liberty City was started. No, that is how it started out of my pocket.
You know what, Luke? Stop right there. Had a white guy at one of our War Ready tournaments walk up to me before me and you were cool, before I knew you closely like this and all, and told me that exact fucking story.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He told me that story, and I forgot why, but he just was saying how he couldn't believe that day how you came back with the money. You know what I'm saying? He was saying Pop Warner, they felt Pop Warner didn't want Liberty City in it and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And he told me that story before I ever knew you.
Wow. But if you let these people on Facebook tell it, they tell, hey, oh, Luke, no. They want to put a Luke against Sam thing. No. Sam, I always credit Sam to be the co-founder.
Right.
Why I didn't go to the park all the time was because every time I came to the park, number one, I was touring. I had to make money, and I ran the biggest hip-hop company in the South. Right. So I wouldn't go to the park, and every time I went there, all my friends who did football, they did not like Sam. God bless his soul. And they always run to me with complaints about, running the program and da-da-da and all that. And so I took a step back from going out there because I did not want to overshadow him running the actual program. And that is how it worked. And all the grants, I'm the one who went and got all the grants for the program to keep the program going. I'm the one who took me and the board, not just me and the board. We had a board. It was, Pierre Rutledge, Dewey Knight, who arguably one of the best lobbyists in town. All of them was on the original board. We started this program in my office on 8400 Northeast 2nd Avenue. That's where the program originally started, and we did the 501c right there. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to be inclusive of all of them, all my friends, Pierre, Dwight, Dewey Knight, Michael Hopkins, All those people were a part of this program. That's how the program started. And you know who was one of the first players that I saw?
Who?
When I went out there? And I went to the park. Before I wrote that check, I went back to the park and I said, hey, the kids was out there playing sandlot. And I said, man, y'all want me to start football, organized football? They said, yeah. It was a bunch of little kids. It was Chad Johnson. it was Chad Johnson running around out there, who grandmama lived right across the street. It was Edie Bo, who works out AB and all the rest of them. And it was damn Fish, who right now is the park manager. You go ask Edie Bo the story, ask Charlie Brown, they'll give it to you 100. Those are the people, and they still living. And so when people get on here, they go to talk this bullshit. I'm humble with it. I don't get on here and talk about what I did.
Fuck being humble. Them being humble days are over with, because all that shit does is send you to the grave with a closed mouth. I mean, people need to know the truth.
No, you're right, because you've talked to me about that. And at the end of the day, we all are gonna leave here at some point, and God continue giving me the breath to be here. I would hate that my kids not know the legacy and the things that I founded. Like, all these people had a shit fit when they put my name on the field. When they put my name at the Luther Campbell Stadium out there, they were, look, how could they put his name on the Sam, this, that, and all that? Bro, I'm the one who fought to put Sam's name on the youth center. That youth center, it took me damn near 10 years to build. It took me damn near 10 years to renovate the entire park. Do you know how many commissioners I went through? I went through Commissioner Spence Jones. She started it off. We went from Spence Jones. No, we went from Art Teal, who blew his head off in the middle of the Miami Herald. We went from him. We went to Spence Jones, who was a good friend of mine. She ended up going to jail, and then she got back out. And so we started the project with her. We ended the project with Keon Hardeman. He ended up finishing it off. Then we had to go and get it was Joe Areola. It was Joe Areola, a big-time University of Miami donor, multi-billionaire, who was the city fucking manager, who I went to him and said, Joe was my friend. I sat right next to Joe at the goddamn Heat game. I said, Joe, these kids don't have a place to use the bathroom. We got a 28-acre park. The football field is on one end, and we don't have a gymnasium. We don't have no classroom. We don't have shit. We got an old-ass boxing gym. Joe Areola said, I'm going to find the money for you. And you know what Joe Areola did? Mind you, he was working for the city of Miami to fix this shit for no pay. This is what type of dude he is. Joe said, I'm going to find the money. And Joe found $16 million for Charles Hadley Park. That is how we ended up building the senior building, which was originally supposed to be the youth building. The seniors took over Art Till. They said he had a lady over there and whatever that is. God bless his soul. And it became the seniors and Florine Nichols building. And we had a little office in the building. So I'm like, oh, we got fucked out of the building. Now, mind you, Joe then helped us build the field house building that you see out there way in the back next to the field right now. Then he said, Luke, I got $24 million for Gibson, because I always, anything we got at Liberty City that I went and got, I always got it for Ben Hanks at Gibson. And Emmanuel Washington and Rudolph. So they don't, yeah. You ride by that motherfucking state. When you ride going to South Beach and you look over and you see that park over there in overtime with the turf fields and the stadium and all that, and you see the renovated pools and all that.
My dog.
I'm the nigga who went to Joe Areola and went and got the money for it.
My dog. Talk to him.
You see what I'm saying?
They're not gonna say, listen.
Ain't nobody gonna tell a story. Hey, let me tell you, it gets even so they're not gonna even tell a story. Xavier, no. They ain't gonna tell them stories. Nobody is gonna say, hey man, hey, but they can't dispute it. You can go ask any one of them. Hey man, how did y'all, anything we got? So they got classrooms, they got renovated pools, they got a building to sustain. We got a goddamn basketball gym. There was never a basketball gym in the history of Liberty City. We got classrooms, we got the kids in there, we get CDBG funding, we get Children Trust funding, we have an aftercare program with the top of the line teachers and all that. We putting out the brightest and the best students. We ain't just occupying no fucking building. That's why people mad at us, because we do shit great. So again, Streeter,
when you go get the money, who was going with you? Like when you was talking to these people, it was you. You just was doing all the negotiating. It was just you.
I gotta go to. I'm going. Let me tell you, I had a great team of people. Dwight Jackson, who owned Richardson Mortuary, Pierre Rutledge, who I think president of 500 Role Models. He's the original board member. Dewey Knight always did the work behind the scenes. I always had a team of guys, of powerful brothers and sisters that worked on behalf of the program. So when I went, I didn't go by myself. We went from, I'm the face of the shit. People talk about politics and Republicans and Democrats and independents. Francis Suarez was the one who put my name on it, made a street name after me. That's a Republican mayor and was running as a Republican candidate for president of the United States.
Wasn't he the MC too? Was he the MC too? Who MC'd it that day?
And that was him. He was the MC.
He was damn good too. He was pretty funny.
Fucking Republican.
He was pretty funny. He was pretty funny.
Streeter, I'll give you a better one than that. Since we talk about, okay, how you think the Adidas deal got done?
The Adidas deal for Dade County when they changed the field and gave all the uniforms and
who spearheaded that? Daryl Hosendorf came to me and said, Luke, since we let the cat out the bag on a Happy Friday, Daryl Hosendorf, shit. Let's get saucy.
Oh shit.
Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I don't drink no more. I drink water. No, Liberty City is not about Hispanics. The neighborhood is getting gentrified. Y'all selling them houses. Y'all okay, let's get saucy.
Oh shit.
So down Hosendorf, get your put them hater blockers on. Put your hater blockers on.
Down Hosendorf feeling good today.
Yeah, it's Friday. Happy Friday. Daryl Hosendorf came to me and said, look, I have this deal with Miami-Dade Public Schools. Now, at the time, Daryl wasn't a big fan of mine because Daryl wasn't a big fan of mine. I liked it. Board member Mendigal, and he didn't. And that's where the road, that's where I have a lot of problem with a lot of these guys who are Illuminati presidents, Illuminati chairman, whatever the fuck they are. I support board member Mendigal. That's my girl. You see the picture of me at the state capitol speaking? She was a state representative way back then. Me and her been like this ever since. She always supported the program. Matter of fact, we would park our bus that I bought, the Liberty City Optimist bus, at her building on 27th. So, Mr. Hosendorf came to me and said, look, I got this contract and I got the rights to all of and I ain't never told nobody this story. So y'all getting it right. Everybody had this notion that this fucking Adidas Luke is somewhere behind this. So I always had, let me take y'all back. I always had this ideal, right? Because I travel the world. I go everywhere. And what motivated me was Cedar Hill and DeSoto, because my ex lived there and I had to stay there for from New Year's to Christmas and all that there. So I would venture around and look at it. I'm looking at this big ass stadiums and shit. Then I would go to South Lake Carroll and look at how humongous these stadiums are. In Texas, these high school stadiums, the gymnasium, motherfuckers got indoor facilities and shit. And I was like, why the fuck we don't have that? Our football is better than their football and all this. And so I came back and I saw the Pepsi Center on their thing. I was like, and now mind you, I'm getting into all this football endorsement and marketing and everything. So I built a relationship with all these different brands and everything like that. And so when Hosendorf came to me, he said, Luke, I have this deal where we control all the apparel and we're licensing, branding, we control the media portion of Miami-Dade County Schools. And so I don't have any contacts. I don't have any contacts with any brands. I said, really? So we're going to work out something here. And he said, I say, okay, this is what I'll do for you, Daryl. Because I put the personal shit aside that you got a problem with Mendigo, but because it's for the betterment of the entire community. And I say, I'll reach out to one of my good friends, Ralph Green, who used to work with Nike. Now, mind you, Ralph used to work with Nike. I originally was signed up to Nike. When I was coaching at Miami Northwestern, I was signed up to Nike. My park, Charles Hadley Park, Liberty City Optimus, we were Nike. We had a Nike deal. My deal ran out. I eventually I eventually signed up with Adidas. And so Adidas came in, offered us a better deal, better opportunities, better everything. So we signed up with Adidas. But my original deal was with Nike. So then I went back and forth with Nike and I said, Nike, this is what I want you to do. This me, Streeter, thinking for the entire community. Nike, I need you to, if you're going to do a deal with us, we're fine, we'll do this deal. The second deal that you're getting ready to do with us, now that Adidas is coming in, I need you to renovate Trash Pile Stadium.
Time out. So when Trash Pile Stadium got renovated with the murals on the side, with the murals and the lights they put, you was behind that too?
I was behind that. I said to Ralph Green and his partner, I need y'all to renovate Trash Pile Stadium. You got the top teams here. We need you to put it together. This is what I ended up doing. This is the second contract. They said, okay, we'll do it. And the first contract, they never did it. I signed up with Adidas, right? And so moving on, my contract ran out again with Adidas. They came back. We want to get you back. And I said, Adidas, I need you to do a field at Charles Hadley Park. Adidas was originally going to do the turf field at Hadley Park. And then Keon Hardeman cut the deal to put the turf field at Hadley Park. So now I got Adidas with a turf field, right? That they were going to build at Hadley Park because they had did some other things over there. They built the Makers Lab inside the building. They spent over $200,000, the same lab, and teaching the kids, because it ain't about just uniforms and shit with me. It's about teaching our kids how to make this shit. Our kids right now at Hadley Park have the same lab that Adidas have and their facilities in Oregon, and have a curriculum that they make cliques. They make all this shit. So, Streeter, I said, y'all didn't do the stadium like I told y'all, right? And they said, well, we'll do the stadium. Mind you, now I got a stadium with Adidas right here. Keon Hardeman, our great commissioner, hadn't got it approved to do the stadium. So I got a stadium I can put it at Edison, or I can put it at Trans with Adidas, right? Mm-hmm. So right. I said to Nike, you fell short on the first time. You ain't do the fucking stadium. They say, we'll do the stadium, Luke. We'll do the stadium. Mine, you already got. We'll do it over here. So that is how I then said, hey, Adidas, Nike gonna do Adidas, I need you to do this stadium at Edison. I need you to do this turf field at Edison. That is how Edison got turf field, because I'm working both of them.
Time out again. Let's put it. Edison turf field, and that night where they had the big party at Edison, the 7-on-7. That was years before the county started talking to Adidas about this deal. You had Adidas first at Edison.
Only 2 schools had Adidas contracts.
Mm-hmm.
It was me. Well, first of all, it was only 2 youth programs in the nation that had Adidas contract. That was Snoop and that was me. That's why you saw us playing Snoop. They would fly us up to play Snoop them, and they would fly Snoop them down here to play us. Matter of fact, Adidas and me, we shut down the Miami International Airport and had the kids walking on the tarmac. Some next level shit. They still talk about that right now today. They was like, how the fuck Luke shut down the international airport and had his kids escorted in that motherfucker? I said, that's what the fuck I do. You don't hear about these stories. So, meanwhile, now my contract ran up. I got a Nike over here telling me, we want you back. We love you. We want you back. And I said, well, you fucked me on the stadium. You didn't do the stadium. Well, we'll do the stadium. I said, well, in order for me to believe you, you got to go down to the school board and tell them you're going to do the stadium. We'll go down there. I send them to Alberto Cavallo, who's currently the superintendent of schools in Los Angeles, California. I said, Alberto, they're going to do the field over here. They're going to renovate the stadium and Cone. They're going to renovate the stadium, and this is what they're going to do. So now, my whole plan for renovating Trash Pile Stadium was to put a Nike store in there, to put a Nike store in there, do the concession, do the locker room, state of the art, all this other shit. I had all the bells and whistles. So now, once it got into Dade County school system, they then took off with the whole shit. Ran down the field with everything. Mind you, what was I doing? I then told Nike, no, Nike. Oh, now they already into the deal with the county. I said, no, Nike, I'm gonna stay with Adidas. Because mind you, I had both contracts. I still got them right now on this fucking computer that we talking to. So I had both contracts. I said, no, Nike, y'all go ahead and do that. They're mad at me right now today because they think I put a fast one on them. I said, I'm going over here with Adidas. Adidas had an approved, so I got the field approved at Edison. Nike went screaming and hollering, fuck that. They can't put no field at Edison. We ain't allowing no Adidas to do that. And Alberto Cavallo, the superintendent, he was the current superintendent of schools, and who's currently the superintendent of schools in LA right now. He said, no, y'all ain't finna strong arm us. If this man got us a field over at this local high school, because we the district, we ain't finna put no money in it. We gonna do that. And then Adidas said, if Nike don't want to do the field, we'll do it. They said that. So then now I got Nike. I ain't got no involvement because they hate me right now. I'm doing the field. So we did the field over here now I got a field at Hadley with Commissioner Hardiman. I got a field over here at Edison going, and I tricked them to do the field over at Trash Pile Stadium. I got 3 motherfucking fields going on at the same time, Streeter. So then now fast forward to now. How did that deal get cut? Now I'll bring you back to
right, because I want people to understand all of this is before what we started talking about, the Adidas deal with Dade County. The relationship.
All this was before the deal. Yeah. So I got a great relationship with Adidas. I'm going through president after president, rep after rep, you name it, contract after contract, and all this. Now I'm gonna really fuck y'all up. So now
almost at 1,000 now, Luke. The numbers. So they might
tell that crazy girl.
They might be saying, "Hey, Luke telling everybody how to."
No, I'm telling my story now. Since y'all want to know all these goddamn stories, we started off with Trump and Mar-a-Lago, and now we over here. So Streeter, here go what happened, right? So then now again, matter of fact, my contract came up again. So what happened? I always had this vision of doing a stadium and doing a district-wide deal, similar to what they do in Texas and everywhere else. How do I be able to let everybody eat? I don't want to be the only school that have all this bells and whistles, all this good shit. You know what I'm saying? And again, I partnered up with the Dolphins. The Dolphins did the locker room. Everybody had a problem with that. And I'll say, you shouldn't have a problem with this because you should reach out to the Dolphins and every other entity to do the same thing and to give back into your facilities. I'm sorry you got some lame duck, sorry ass coach who don't want to put in the work. So again, Hosendorf comes. Luke, I need your support. I have this contract. How we get to the district having a deal? I said, okay, me, which I ain't even, let me tell you, we were working out something, a deal between me and him. You know what I said? It ain't about money for me. I never even signed the contract, never did the contract. It's about serving these kids in this entire community. And I wanted to do another historic thing, something big that nobody in the state of Florida has done. So I then got on the phone with Ralph Green, who we originally did the Nike deal. He's no longer with Nike. He went independent. And I said, Ralph, I got this situation with the county. I said, me and you going to get together. We're going to put this deal together and I'm going to shop it. We're going to shop it to other people. I call up Worldwide West, create a worldwide mess with Nike. Worldwide West is running the motherfucking the New York Knicks. So West is sitting there doing what? West is sitting there is saying, talk to this one right here. I ain't bothered with West. You feel me? I said, West too busy. So what I ended up doing was this, Streeter. I don't know if they can hear the volume.
No, you talking. I turned the volume down.
Okay, so
you go ahead and talk over.
So what ended up happening is this: we went and Hosendorf said, "I need help because I don't have no contacts with no apparel companies." What ended up happening? I didn't talk to Adidas. Like I said, I talked to Worldwide West. That thing distracted me. I talked to Worldwide West. Then I talked to Nike. Nike originally was playing hardball. They figured they had all these schools locked up. They figured they had Northwestern locked up. They figured they had Carol City. They had Booker T. And all these schools locked up. And they had a contract that they couldn't, that the district couldn't get out. And so they were like, fuck y'all, we ain't doing no countywide deal. That's what Nike said, in my opinion, right? So then we ain't get to sit down with them. I then went to Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq, you're running Reebok. I have this situation. We went in a heavy negotiation with Shaq to the point where Shaq said, I love this deal. I could bring in all my other companies that I'm doing business with. I could bring all of them in there. You might want to take that off because that might distract people.
Might distract them.
I say, Shaq, I need you, and because it's important because this is how brothers work with each other. This is how we should work as a people with each other. And this very important shit. Shaq, hey man, I got an opportunity right here, man. You can take over the entire district. Shaq say, this would be a great thing. I'm moving my son down there. This would be something that he can work on and he can spearhead and all this and everything like that. So I talked to this team. We went in heavy negotiation. We created a presentation for him, and we went in heavy negotiation with him. So then I had Nike over here playing hardball, and then I had Adidas. Then I had another apparel company, right? And so at the end of the day, Shaq said this too big of a deal because Shaq's deal would have been better than all the deals, to be honest with you, because he was going to tie in Papa John's. He was going to tie in Forever 21. I did not know Shaq was a big guy at Forever 21. He was going to tie in that was where the kids was going to be able to get their clothes from, the school clothes at a discounted price and all this. So we had all these things set up with Shaq, but the problem with Shaq was Reebok don't do uniforms and they don't do the cleats. So that's where we fell short there. And they would have had to make special orders. And there was no way that they were going to be able to make money off of this because that's not their business.
He was bringing Reebok. Okay.
He was at Reebok. He's currently at Reebok. So that deal fell through with Reebok. Then I'm over here with Adidas, who I'm already partnered up with. I'm over here with them, and I say, hey, Adidas, here you got an opportunity to take it over the entire district. And Adidas like, hell yeah, let's do it. And so that is when we went into negotiation with Adidas, created a multi-million-dollar deal. Now, mind you, we cut the deal with Adidas. This the wild part about it. You want to hear some wild shit?
Let's go.
So Edison already had a deal with Adidas. We already got a contract, standalone contract. So we came up with this idea. They say, hey man, we want the big five, the big four. And I say, no, you got to add teams from the South. Me. No, we got to include teams from the South in here. It ain't no big four, big five, these teams up here. We ain't just looking at the teams up north. We got to look out for the teams in the entire district. In the top, Homestead, South Ridge, all this shit down there, Palmetto and all this. I'm adding them in there. So we add them in there to the plan, go to Adidas. Okay, you had it. Here are the top schools in football and track and all this here. And then now you got to cut a deal with all the other schools. There needs to be money given to these schools. There need to be a way that they can sell apparel. The product need to be in Dick's Sporting Goods and all this. We put the whole plan together. Now, mind you, you always say, Luke, you be playing the back room. I'm playing the back row because, one, you spearhead the deal. So all of a sudden, they start doing these meetings at the district. Meetings at the district without Luke. A friend of mine was saying, hey, Luke, I was telling them the deal before the deal even got in there. So they started doing the deals. Then they started bringing some lobbyists, motherfucker. The person who I told about the deal originally was Dorothy Bendross Mendigal, school board member. She knew the deal from day one. And she always said, Luke, is everything okay? Everything is okay as long as the deal is moving forward. So the deal was moving forward and the deal got done. So the president who I did the work with, he left. New president came in. They had the event and everything. I'm sitting back. People going crazy. What the fuck is going on? Luke got something to do with it. They're going off. Why does what's that have to be Adidas? Why does Carol City got to be Adidas? Why does Central got to be Adidas? We're Nike. All the people going crazy. Booker T, everybody going crazy. I always said, include the coaches and the athletic directors in the deal. I was telling some of the athletic directors and some of the coaches about the deal before the deal happened and the things that they can look forward to and how good the deal is and how better it is than
when you say include them, what do you mean? When you say include them?
In all aspects of it. Like, hey man, I need you guys to know what the fuck this deal is encompassed. And then if you want to add some other things, because people need to know that this deal that you have with this one brand is not better than this deal. This deal is better than that deal because that deal they wouldn't give you no money. This deal, they're giving the school money, they're giving the school opportunity, ways of generating more money. Shit, hell, at one point, Northwestern the track team, arguably the best track team in the world, won state championship at the state championship. Nike wasn't supplying them girls. That lady is the dawn of all dawns.
Mm-hmm.
And so my thing has always been, again, we got to serve everybody. They will get on the phone. Everybody get on the phone. Luke, can you help me with this? Luke, man, I've had schools, big time prominent schools call me and say they don't have footballs. You know what I'm saying, Streeter? And I've gotten them footballs, which was the smallest thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? So again, my whole thing, I serve the community. So I don't go out there. And so they had the big ass event. The event happened at Trash Power Stadium. They got all the schools out there. No sighting of Luke, no invite of Luke. And then the president, the former president, say, man, I want to thank you. Man, that's good shit, man. I saw y'all did the deal and y'all got it complete and it got all done. I know Luther is happy. And the new president and the new team was like, because the old president saw the deal all the way through. The new president said, Luther
what?
Uncle Luke. And it was like, yeah, Luther was the one who spearheaded the deal.
What?
What?
They're like what?
Them people immediately called me and say, we're here. Can we please meet with you? Because remember, they had the 7 teams, and I didn't include Edison into that deal because Edison had their own deal. They damn near tried to push Edison out.
So they did the meetings without you, and then when they said we're going to do these teams, they didn't even add Edison.
No, I told them don't add Edison because Edison had a standalone deal. But then with this new regime came in, they think it's all, they don't know nothing about Edison in the deal. I had to send them the Edison contract. I had to send them the Hadley Park contract and say, no, we have a contract with you and we already got a deal. We ain't need a deal. And I didn't want to, if I'd have put Edison in the 7, that'll take away one of the teams that was able to get these benefits. So I'm looking out for everybody. But meanwhile, they're trying to screw me. So I'm like, no, you can't screw me. No. I'm the screwer. You can't screw me. So at the end of the day, the new president gets in there and they had a big event at the stadium. They open up the whole shit, which
I remember that day.
Which ought to did the stadium a lot better because in my opinion, that still wasn't up to the standards that I envisioned it being, right? And so at the end, because my vision was, again, my original vision for Nike, we do these locker rooms, do this press box. I need this shit to be state of the art. I need you to put a whole TV studio, invest in the equipment. So every game, the Friday night games will be broadcast with quality shit. And then you can have double programming and plus a partnership with a network, whether it's Fox or ESPN or Stadium. So I got the original plan, the whole damn plan, because I'm the architect of the motherfucker. So at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, I'm not been running around after no deals. I got my own shit going on, long as the deal is moving forward. So the deal moves forward. Everybody go crazy. All the coaches go crazy. They pissed off, mad, because nobody's communicating with them. They all upset. They don't understand the deal. You got coaches leaving, getting out the system, going to charter schools and all this shit. Like, fuck this shit. Nobody knows what's going on.
Right.
It's like the shit is being forced down their throat. I'm backed up. I'm looking at all the posters and all that there. And then people calling me, can you help us out with this shit? I'm looking around like, let me leave I'm going to stay my ass out of this here. So at the end of the day, they had the big old event. What ended up happening? The new president, and his team, can we meet with you? We want to go out to dinner in Wynwood. I don't know these people. They call her Ralph Green. Ralph Green, can you link up with us? I don't know none of these people. Now, mind you, Ralph Green was originally in the deal. For some reason, he got cut out too. So that's a whole nother story. So I said, but he saw it through, which he's a fucking hell of a dude. So I'm sitting over there at the meeting, and it's a funny ass meeting. We sitting there enjoying ourselves. You got the president of Adidas here. You got the president of all this other shit, the youth sport division. You got another motherfucker. So it said, thank you for coming, but can you explain to us how did we get here? Because I talked to the other president and he told me you, and we got into this thing late. It was already, the ball was already moving, but nobody never mentioned you.
It's a doggy dog world, Luke.
I said, well, I'm glad you asked. Everybody got their drink. Hey, I swear to God on everything. I said, you might need another drink of that wine. They were drinking some. I say, get you a nice swig of that wine because I'm going to take you on a roller coaster ride. And I clearly explained to them the entire deal. And they say, I understand.
The entire deal.
I say, it's always been the vision. I say, in the vision of this deal, this district-wide deal, my vision has always been to be able to take it to the 7 districts in the state of Florida who was originally disenfranchised. It was 7 districts in the state of Florida that was not included in the FSHAA. And they had to play amongst each other originally. That's why they don't count one of Northwestern State Championship, because they were out of the FSHA. Hillsborough, Duval, Orange, Broward, Palm Beach, Dade. Those are the 7. So my vision was always, now I'm gonna take this same. We're gonna take the same deal and put Broward County onto the deal. Leon County, yes. We're going to take the same model. We have the model. I'm going to go to Rocky, have a conversation with Rocky and say, man, we need to do this for all these kids, these schools here, because you got to understand, in the state of Florida, they only give a certain amount of money. Miami-Dade County only give $25,000 per school for the entire athletic department. That is no money. That can't even buy a goddamn helmet. Helmet costs $400. That's for buses and everything. So you got to be able to fundraise. You got to be able to alumni. And that's why so many kids get lost to the private school. So I said, I want to take the same deal and take it over to Broward County and let them have a big deal like this so that they can serve all the kids of all these public schools. And then take the same deal to West Palm Beach. Then take the deal to Hillsborough, Orange, Lee, Duval, all these counties around. But it all fell short at that point. And I asked the people at Adidas, do you want to do these deals? And they say, hell yeah, we would love to take over the whole entire state.
This is for public schools?
For public schools, yes. The private schools already got enough money.
Broward County can use it. Broward County public schools got.
That's what I'm saying. So I was going to take the same model to all these other districts so that they could then service and give their kids, because it's tough. It's tough. You have, I mean, these public schools, it's tough for them. I mean, they ain't getting no money from the state. They done gutted the Department of Education. You got some of these programs that are getting their money. They robbing Peter, paying Paul. They're trying to get uniforms. I ain't never been the one to like to run out there with the custom uniforms and be the only one, or the pretty helmets, and then everybody got these hand-me-down shit. I've always thought about helping everybody in the entire community, and that's what we do. That's what I do. When I went to Miami Norland, Streeter, Miami Norland was still wearing old Under Armour uniforms, and they didn't have an Under Armour deal. I already had a Nike deal. I put Norland into Nike. And then went further than this with Ralph Green. Oliver Gilbert was the mayor. I said, Ralph, y'all need to do all these parks, because in Miami Gardens, the parks department control all the youth programs. You go talk to the mayor. I'm going to link you up with Oliver Gilbert, and then you could do a whole damn, you could have the whole city. And Oliver Gilbert cut the deal with Ralph Green and Nike, and that's how the damn parks department at Miami Gardens had Nike. I don't know what they did with it, what happened at the end of it, but they were a Nike city. And so I don't talk about these things until you ask me about this shit.
What is your relationship with Horsendorf?
We okay.
Oh yeah.
Darryl Hosendorf, I think Darryl Hosendorf, he means well.
Okay.
Now, he's a little brass. He's a little
what?
He rough people up out of collar. He means well, and he's trying to do the best for the district. He does mean well. How his communication skills, if you don't know him, you come off a little arrogant. But at the end of the day, the guy means well for the entire day. He go hard. You know, I had to get him to remember in all schools, because when you talk to the district, in order to get something passed, like anything that I went to the school board to get passed, whether it was getting coaches higher pay, you're talking to the guy who spearheaded it.
Yeah.
Getting coaches higher pay.
The people don't know who Hosendorf is. Hosendorf was kind of the one behind all of the media being put off the sidelines, and the media and the social media guys being mad and upset, and he was kind of one behind all of that. Because he was implementing what he was implementing with his 305 plus, and they didn't understand. I don't think they understood the power of media, and what they were doing and how it could work together, right? But he was the one, he was the one behind all of that. But with Footballville, it never bothered me, Luke, because I had went through the fight with Miami Northwestern years before that, and I had learned how to make my business sufficient without having to go to Dade County, because Northwestern attacked me years before that, and I got to see
But see the thing, see the thing is, Streeter, again, it's the presentation of what you're trying to do and how you do it. Daryl he goes about it a different way. I go about it in a different way. I go about it in a communication way. Even if I got the power to shut you down, I will explain to you what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and how it could benefit you and how it benefits the kids and the schools. You know what I'm saying? For a long time, Daryl spearheaded, him and them, they spearheaded going to and get licensing these brands, because I understand every corner you walk, you ride around, you see a Northwestern shirt, you see a Central shirt, somebody that did their own design and they profiting off of that, and them people ain't giving no money back to the school. So meanwhile, the school is suffering. They're trying to make ends meet, but everybody's selling the apparel all over the place. So they went in and licensed all this stuff, and then he literally would go out and tell people they got to take this shit down, which is right. Again, the media part of it, guys doing, they doing the video, they got their whole networks at the game and all that, and they broadcast and they selling advertisement. The way you go about it, just shut them, get off the sideline. I don't think I try to explain to him a couple times the benefits of media on the sideline to a degree, because I was one to say, I don't like this camera right on me while I'm talking to my team right now. There's a media box. Put them in a media box, and then you got some of these guys who claim to be media, but they're not really media. A Footballville, that's media. Make them go and sign up, no different than they got to sign in at the Miami Dolphins or the University of Miami. Verify that they're media. So all the verification shit, I was like, yo, you got to do it in a professional way. You feel me? And then you got to make sure that these guys are in the media box, because it's very easy for a coach to be motherfucking somebody and that gets on the camera, and now that then went viral. Only person that benefits and only person that hurts it hurts the kid, it hurts the coach, and it benefits that media outlet who would post some shit like that, because that's what they're looking for, anything to go for a viral moment. So some people can move around, but most people put them, so again, it was a tough thing because people always used to doing one thing. They used to selling the shirts on the corner. They used to broadcasting the games and selling advertisement, no funds going back to school. So change is difficult. And what he did was he did some changing. He was the right person to do it, because he no nonsense. He wasn't trying to hear shit. He was the right person to do it, which he did a good job. The way he went about it could have been a little different, but he got it done. And so when you look at it, can it be better? Yes, it can be better.
Look, they kicked somebody off the sideline in Las Vegas, in Nevada, and I don't even know how they did that. You know what I'm saying? With Bishop Gorman versus Miami Central, they asked a few media companies to get off the sideline.
Well, you can do it. You can. Hey, look, you can do it on your sideline, but you can't. Shit. Hey, I kicked Larry Bluestein off my sideline. Get your ass over there, Larry. I love Larry. Meanwhile, I haven't heard from Larry since me and him went through it on Twitter, but I love Larry. Hey, that shit. I think I had a problem with Larry. I had a problem with Larry when Larry wrote an article. I was coaching at Central, and he wrote an article about Northwestern, how they was this and that and all this and everything. And then he come post up on our sideline. And you know how heated rival that is. I was like, take your ass over there. When I first started coaching, I was a firecracker. Shouts out to Tommy Schuler, who got a job over there at Kentucky. That's a beautiful thing. I love it. But I was a motherfucking firecracker.
Patty used me like that at Central one time. When Central,
you off the sideline?
When Carol City was kicking everybody else, when Carol City was kicking everybody's ass, and Rowe was the offensive coordinator, and they had beat. I think they had beat Central earlier that year. When the playoffs came around, Bethune called me. The principal said, "Street man, hey, they's tripping over here. Just stay on your sideline tonight. You know what I'm saying? Just stay on your sideline. These people ungrateful. Everything you've done for Central, like they tripping." He kind of used me as bulletin board material to the kids. Like, we let Street come to our practice, and then now he out here saying that Kansas City is the best team in the world. And he got the kids riled up before the playoff game. I don't know why he's like. Yeah, he did.
Who won?
He got Central. That's the night Central beat them that night.
So you and Patty friends now? I see you go down
No,
there.
me and Patty's fine. Me and Patty's fine. I understand situations. Just like I understand situations, I understand business. He used it as kind of like bulletin board material. You know what I'm saying? And the kids were all mad at me for a game, but I understand. No, me and Patty fine, man. Patty,
yeah, fuck Patty. Fuck Patty. Bye, Patty.
Hey,
shit, if we're gonna fire Patty now. Fire Patty. Patty can't be using you as a goddamn pawn in the game for bulletin board material. Fire Patty.
Kansas City was thumping people.
Hold on, you know when I say fire.
They needed everything they could get, boy. Kansas City was thumping people, boy. I think that's when they had Naquan. They were thumping people, boy. It was.
Hey, you do know when I say fire somebody at Miami, they get a raise.
At the Hurricanes, for people don't know what you're talking about. Like, you're talking about
they get a raise. I know. Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I have to go eat. Hopefully you enjoyed the day. And Street.
Hold on, before you get out here, dog. Hold on. I
gotta go.
I got something to show them. Okay, well, get out of here. I close. I got something to show the people.
I'm gonna have a flight coming in. You know, it's important. You know, it's not my weekend with my son. I can ship some things in and ship some things out.
Check this out. This is the reason why we got the black coaching problem in the NFL, and this is the reason why, like, everything we talk about, like, this is gonna explain it, and we can get up out of here, dog.
Ant that stood up to me.
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant. One ant. Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant. Yeah, boss. They're puny. Puny? Say, let's pretend this grain is a puny little ant. Did that hurt? Nope. Well, how about this one?
Are you kidding?
Well, how about this? You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. That's why we're going back. Does anybody else want to stay?
That's why baseball, you have a problem. That's why the coaching in the NFL, you have a problem. They are not going to give up what they have. And it's all about power.
No, we don't have no control of baseball anymore. You talking about the NBA. We started
No,
out
I'm talking about your high school kid when you say the stories we've heard about high school kids, you know what I'm saying, and their parents trying to navigate the baseball scene, right? Mookie Betts story, and because the things that they control, sometimes they just don't want to give up what they control.
No, that's the thing. Everybody looking out for their if first off, everybody looking out for their child, then everybody, which is okay. Then everybody looking out for their people, which is okay. Their culture, their race, and all that, which is unfortunately that is what it is. It's no more. Is everybody get a trophy? When they start giving everybody a trophy, then everything changed. And like you say, when you look at
the NFL,
we started off saying, because we talked about the Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett, he was like, all these foreigners ain't doing shit. Why y'all fucking with LeBron? Why y'all fucking with me? Why y'all asking us about playing and all that? And why everybody running around talking about, oh, well, we fucked up the game because we don't want to play. We don't want to get a dunk contest and all that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And they see they're trying to be pushed out. And they see all these French and these foreigners coming over there. You got a boatload of French players, Giannis. You got this boy over there at San Antonio. They're getting ready to take over basketball. The black player is going to be a dinosaur. And that's why I said it's the same thing with baseball. We ain't stopped playing where we got priced out. And we got pushed out by local municipalities. And then a large part of it is the growth of basketball. Basketball did take away. It became a popular sport with Michael Jordan, and a lot of those kids who would normally have played baseball kind of got away from baseball, and they say, oh, we could do football and basketball. So a lot of people say that basketball hurt baseball, but baseball didn't help itself by disenfranchising the inner city kid. You know what I'm saying? And so, like right now, you got a bunch of high schools don't have baseball. I go off on I've had conversations with City of Miami Garden. I'm like, why in the fuck do you have football year round? Where you need to introduce these kids to different sports, basketball, baseball, soccer. All shut the football down. You shouldn't even allow football to be played on your field at a certain time of year. And that's what we do at our park. So the shit I'm preaching, we do it at our park. No, you ain't doing no football year round. You're going to go play basketball. And currently we have a baseball program, and we've always had one. We got our kids play baseball. They travel around the country. We got girls football when nobody else don't have girls football, but we do at Liberty City Optimists. And like I was talking to Andre Williams, the athletic director at
Northwestern.
At Northwestern, and I was talking to the girls coach at Pace, and it was like, how the fuck does Edison get so good at girls flag? Which we got a girl on the girls national team, and I'm like, because we have just the amount of girls flag teams as we have boys football. We got 6U, 7U, 8U, 9U, 10U, 12U, 13U. It was like, really? I was like, and all those girls leave and they go over to Edison and play. Some of them go to some other places, but we coach our girls up from 5 years old, and they're very good. And they travel all around the country. And I make sure my girls are straight. You know what I'm saying? And now the NCAA is now giving girls a scholarship.
Right.
You know, they a lot of NIA schools already give scholarships. With a lot of our girls have transitioned into getting college scholarships. Now, Power 5 and P4 schools are now getting ready to start implementing that into their what they call it, where they got to have the even amount of girls sports and boys sports.
What do they call that?
Man, what the fuck is come on, chat, help me out. My brain's dead. This man working me hard today.
I'm working you hard.
Have you covered the 2016
interview?
No,
man, we about to get out of here. This man coming in here, goddamn, 2 hours later, 3 hours. Hey, go watch the goddamn and get another show. Got time for
look, you can go watch the show, and that's good. I'm glad you said that. ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for joining us today. And for people who did not hear the beginning, yes, we did cover all those. We did cover the 2016 interview. I think part of the interview was true, and I think they made up part of the interview. But even with it all said, just go listen to it. Listen to the whole show. You can go into my YouTube page, Uncle Luke TV, and hear the entire show where I did talk about this 2016 bullshit ass tweet. When you look at it from the standpoint of, am I saying what this guy put at the top? Am I saying what this guy said at the beginning? Because he really sensationalized it. He made it seem like Luke was saying all that, but that's a whole nother story. You go and look at it. But I like to thank you guys for joining us today on a very good Friday. Thank you, my man Streeter, Footballville. Make sure y'all go check out Footballville on all his social media platforms. He's on Facebook. He's on YouTube. He's on Twitter. He's on Instagram. He's everywhere. He's in the sky. Hey, Streeter, you know I got an app that I'm building right now. So you're going to be, yeah, I got an app. And it has everything. It has the same stuff that TikTok got, same features that Twitter has, same features that Instagram, and you make money.
Yeah, you can make money on it, man. That's all.
That's what I got.
That's all you need.
So people, you're gonna be able to get off of these white people apps, and you're gonna be able to go to the Luke app. I got a name for it. I'm not gonna tell y'all the name. We're gonna launch it very soon. Matter of fact, I'm partnering up doing it with Melvin Bratton and a Grammy Award-winning producer out of Atlanta. I ain't gonna tell y'all the rest of these people in, but we're building this shit right now. Everything that you want and more, where you can be able to say what the fuck you want to say, do what you want to do, however you want to do it. Plus, you can make money on the app. That's what we have. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys. Make sure y'all go to my YouTube page, Uncle Luke TV. Like, share, and subscribe. I need you to subscribe over there. Be a subscriber. And then go to my Facebook page. I got a Facebook fan page. It's Uncle Luke. My Twitter and Instagram is the same name, Uncle Luke Real 1. And just going on over there. And again, we'd like to thank you guys. We had a great week. We might come back tomorrow or Sunday with a weekend edition because we know y'all ain't got nothing to look at. Basketball sucks. Let's keep it a buck. And we'll talk about that more over the weekend if we decide that we want to come on because of some breaking news. Hey, look, pray for everybody. Tell your loved ones that you love them. It's no problem with giving your child a hug and tell them that you love them. It's a real good thing. In the words of Walter Cronkite, I like to say, may the good news this weekend be yours. Peace.
Make the booty go.
Make the booty go. Make the booty go. Make the booty go. Make the booty go. Make the booty go. Pop, pop. Make the booty go. Pop, pop.
I need some bad girls. I'm gonna let y'all hear my new song. I need some bad girls. Come on, baby. Come on, right here. You and you. Come on with that, your fine ass.
Sit on the